Welcome to another Mad Chats and Recaps with myself and Tasha here. Tasha, how are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Good, yay!
Yay.
We're here from their Mad Chats and Recaps for the week of May the 9th through the 15th of 2022. And yeah, let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So on Monday's The Forsaken, as the group continued their journey with Magdalene on the strange, dim-glimpsed sea, they were recovering from a long night of discussion and drinks as they faced their second full day on the water. The whale and kraken duo made another appearance, who are actually possibly, or according to them, mages who were turned into a whale and a kraken years, like decades ago. But they made another appearance just before Magdalene warned them to prepare for yet another storm. As everyone moved to their own preparation duties, Kazil cleared the air with Ingot and apologized once more as they were preparing everything. Meanwhile, those on the top deck noticed something in the distance, a cloud moving quickly towards them. With the experienced Juniper at the wheel, they're able to maneuver away from it as it gained speed, some noticing as it got closer and closer that this wasn't a mere storm cloud, but possibly something far more frightening. Below deck, Ingot collapsed, and her crystals glowed eerily.
Ooh. Got goosebumps.
Yeah, so stuff's happening. We'll see if they survive. Oh, look at
Good
me.
luck.
I have all the markers lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yay. We're
That's
back.
great. That's
It's
great.
fine. It's fine.
All right. Okay. What happened? So we didn't have Tower of Dreams again this week. That's still on hiatus, but we'll let you know when it comes back. So what happened on In Extremis on Saturday, Tasha?
Let's see. So, in last week's intense episode, our crew of pirates followed their lead that the spying device was on board the local skiff. Having spent the week undercover as cadets in the UAF's intelligence training program, they threw caution to the wind and snuck out of the barracks across the green onto the docks and stole the skiff with the goods. The crew raced about the ship under Liazonda's orders to disembark from the dock, tying off the door to the lower decks, hoisting the gangplank, cutting the docking ropes, and racing to navigation. As Breelith skillfully backed out of the dock and swung the ship around to pull it in full throttle, the two dock workers bashed their way through the roped off door, engaging our friends. Sinister attempts to tackle one and instead knock them down. Ashavar uses illusions to confuse and intimidate the other. Ultimately, as the captain makes their way up the stairs after being Donkey Konged by Zia, they are confronted by the crew's general consensus, which is a feeling of shock and wonder why the crew is doing this and how they think they'll get away with it when their escort arrives. And shortly after, a massive airship, 25 times the size of their skiff, parts the clouds with 3 skiffs alongside it. The other 2 skiffs from the dock have caught up. Feeling cornered, the crew's options are all but gone. However, Ashavar proposes cutting the arcane engine completely to force a free fall. No, thank you. And firing them back up once near the Omega Sea to outmaneuver the UAF's new flagship, the Peacekeeper. Liazana approves, and Breelith, below deck, now cuts the engines. Liazana waits until the last possible moment and gives the order to fire up the engines. Breelith makes it so, and the ship takes off again just above the Omega Sea. The sea itself begins to swell to consume the ship, forcing them to pull up, allowing the UAF to start catching up. As they rise, 5 new skiffs approach from the front, and another massive ship, a dreadnought, that flies directly over the ship along with the skiffs. One they recognize as Admiral
Ruthlonius.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The leader of the Sky Pirates. So, a huge dogfight breaks out around them, and they luckily avoid taking any damage. Flying directly forward, they escape the carnage and leave the sounds of battle behind them. Half an hour later, the Dreadnought and three of its skiffs catch up with our crew, as well as their own ship, the Tempest, and Liazana and Brilith begin the exchange of goods and information with fellow sky pirates. Ruthlonius. Okay, now I can get that.
A lot of information. It's a lot of information, Dan.
Thank you. I'm going to take a drink.
That was basically a short story.
It was, but wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot happened.
A lot happened. It was looking a little iffy there for a bit that we were going to get captured by the UAF and then, I don't know, put on trial. Who knows what would have happened.
Who knows?
But the pirates came to the rescue. And did he mention that we saw, I think we saw another ship? Oh, no, it was our ship. We saw our ship. And then the pirates almost attacked our ship, but saw that it was our ship and did not attack. So,
wow.
It's fine.
Wow.
It's fine. It's okay. So, on last Sundays or on last nights, when we're recording this, Obsidian Scar, setting off to finally complete their mission from Commander Rory and their dragon allies, the party traversed into the uncharted waters along the west side of the Isles. On their third day at sea, a maelstrom battled the sea ward and ran it aground in a sandbank, leaving the crew to complete major repairs to the hull and masts before they could set sail again. While our heroes were getting necessary supplies from the jungle, a pack of Kolinth attacked the remaining crew on the ship. The party returned to the remains of the battle, dead barnacle people strewn across the deck. They realized quickly, however, that these were not ordinary Kolinth, and they had to quickly deal with a parasite that was inflicting many of their crew before it turned them into mindless monsters as well. The threat seemingly dealt with, the party set sail once more and made their way to the Margatas Trench, the destination they'd been searching for the last month. Over magic waterfalls and across a landing strip of an island, the heroes actually completed a stealthy recon mission and were able to gather the facts they needed for their allies. The giants have in fact unearthed a gargantuan titan of old and seem to have plans for the Denison's skeleton.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's been forever ago.
I know, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We finally got it.
Congrats, Obsidian Scar.
The recon mission went so well that afterwards I was like, wait, that's it? We're done? Because Victoria was like, okay, you all get on the ship and you start back with your yeah. And I was like, wow, that's the shortest that. I was expecting so much more trouble, Yeah. I was expecting for something crazy to happen, but we did it. We did okay.
I'm so proud of y'all.
We did okay. Yeah.
Yep.
The whole barnacle people thing, the parasite thing was a bit wild.
Sounds gross.
But yeah. All right. So as far as announcements go, Tower Dreams, of course, is still on a hiatus. Announcements, though, we have another show starting this Wednesday. The Penumbra Assembly is coming back this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the 18th of May. 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have new players. We have returning players. We had to have some players that had to leave, so we brought in some new people. So I think that we have, for those aware, we have Dan, Alec, Ed, who are returning players. And then we have their new players is Frank, Warren, and also a new person to the community, Carly. So,
yay, welcome.
Yeah. So super excited for that. We had our session 0 last week, went great. And so this Wednesday, episode 1. So this is a seasonal campaign, so it will only be on for probably 5 months for season 1. And then we'll take a couple of months off probably and then go into season 2. So that way to give the players a break, give me some time to come up with stuff. Yeah. So makes it a little bit more manageable,
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah. super excited. We hope to see you there. Tonight we have The Forsaken, of course. But, well, I mean, when you're seeing this, it won't be tonight. Anyway, Stephanie, this Wednesday, May the 18th, Penumbra Assembly at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't watch the first episode, you can always catch it in the VODs and catch up next week. All right. So that's all we got for today. So until next week, we'll see you in Discord. We'll see you in Twitch. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Ocean Yap.
One. All right, here we are. Welcome to another episode of The Forsaken. So sorry we're a little bit late. I had a little bit of camera issues getting things set up, but hopefully that will happen less and less as I quit resetting computers and getting new ones. Unless people just want to keep sending me computers. Let me hand you my P.O. box and all right. So let me. You know what? I don't have my dice out. I have
we got to roll for.
I have no dice out as the DM. That's cool.
Inspiration.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead and roll for inspiration if you have not already. Dan, did you roll for inspiration, friend?
Nope. Let's see.
All right, and you can put it into the Zoom chat since everyone else is.
Nope. Want us to put it somewhere else?
No, it's fine.
What? We have two Zahara.
I'm going to type it in the table.
Yeah, welcome to episode 102. We had our big giveaway last week. All right, well, I think 4, 3. All right, Kazeel has it because it was an 11, so he's the closest.
Yay!
All right, so yeah, welcome. Let me go ahead and read our summary from last week. Let's see here, Stephanie. Okay. All right, so our summary from episode 101 is continuing their journey with Magdalene on the strange, dim-glimpsed sea. Our adventurers recovered from a long night of discussion and drinks as they faced their second full day on the water. The whale and kraken duo make another appearance just before Magdalene warns them to prepare for yet another storm. As everyone moves to their own preparation duties, Kazeel clears the air with ingot and apologizes once more. Meanwhile, those on the top deck notice something in the distance, a cloud, moving quickly towards them. With the experienced Juniper at the wheel, they're able to maneuver away from it as it gains speed, some noticing, as it got closer and closer, that this wasn't a mere storm cloud, but possibly something far more frightening. Below deck, Ingot collapses, her crystals glowing eerily. All right, and that's where we... what's happening here? Okay, that's where we left off at last week's The Forsaken. Just delete this. Okay. All right, so... sorry, I'm trying something different with having, like, notes on my little stylus here, so... And it's kind of working, kind of not. But it's okay. All right. So last week, we left off. That you noticed that I didn't watch and I didn't write down. I think it was like maybe 50 feet from you, I think, or 40. The big storm cloud that was gaining speed. I think that Juniper had gotten a little bit ahead of it and started... so Juniper turned the ship, started sailing north, which is directly away from it, from where it was coming from. You rolled really well, so you were able to gain speed quite a bit and or continue your speed and not be slowed down. The storm cloud, I think, is now about 50 feet from the ship, still following after it. This large, huge creature that I think maybe two of you saw that it had eyes that glowed, but just lightning and just kind of emanating out from it. The rain is heavy on the ship. Let's see here. The rain is quite heavy. The wind has picked up, and why don't everyone on the top deck, so not Kazeel, make a fresh perception check for me to notice something.
That's right. Below decks.
You're below deck.
Sparing Ingot
Mhm.
from, yeah.
You're below something.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
I
is.
love that.
Tegan, what did you get?
22.
Okay, Turbo
14.
and Juniper
21.
and Zavar.
15.
Okay. I would say Zavar and, I mean, not Zavar, Juniper and Tegan, you would notice that as the storm cloud gets closer to the ship, it seems like that the storm itself gets more intense. Juniper, you're continuing to navigate away from this, correct? This creature?
Yes.
Could you make a navigation check for me? Not navigation, survival, just straight for me, please.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Alright. Okay. As you look behind you, Juniper, you will notice that, the storm cloud seems to this like huge massive storm clouds. I mean, there's storm clouds everywhere, but this huge massive storm clouds seems to be gaining on you once again. So now it's about 40 feet away from the ship as you continue sailing north. It's becoming very difficult to steer now. So probably any navigation will be at disadvantage, from here on forth. Kazeel, down below, let's see here. So, last week we ended with Ingot started kind of seizing up in pain, Kazeel, and just kind of fell into your arms. I think you caught her. The crystals in her arms and kind of going up her neck just start illuminating and glowing brightly. Even so, to where even the parts of her arm that's covered, because like half of like a quarter of her arms, not quarter, 3/4 of her arms is covered in fabric. You would almost see the crystals kind of glowing through the fabric. It's so bright. Is there anything that you want to do? A guard's just kind of, oh my god, and like trying to like, kind of standing, kind of standing halfway, nervously, just kind of watching, not really sure how to respond.
Yep, I think I was, I didn't have any healing, and I was just trying to, just grab the pillows and blankets. Let's just get her as comfortable as possible to get her bound up and figure out what's happening here. And get it's gonna be alright. Hold out, fight what you can.
She just is kind of gritting her teeth and just kind of exhaling and almost kind of screaming through the gritted teeth. This
I'm gonna
point.
grasp her hand. We're gonna get through this together. It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna go figure out what's happening upstairs, and I'll turn to the other person and just.
My God.
They'll take care of you for now.
Okay.
Let me know if anything changes.
Sure, I can do that. A guard will kind of take your place and kind of hold her hand tightly, and it's okay, and just kind of talk to her as a person who wasn't familiar with them would. It's okay. It'll be fine. So you're going towards the top deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna head up and see what's going on.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please, because the ship, as you start standing up, you realize just how how much the ship is lurching back and forth.
So what kind of checks are?
A dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save. Nope, a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't notice as much sitting down because, you have a little bit more, you're closer to the ground, but as you stand up and start to, like, move forward quickly, you definitely notice that, yeah, the ship is definitely going back and forth pretty violently. You stumble kind of sideways, kind of catch yourself on the, on the bar area. A guard seems kind of like, a guard seems really worried as you're being thrown around. Kizaru, are you okay? You need some help? As he's
Nope,
like halfway.
Just please do everything you can
Okay.
for her.
Okay.
Slam into another wall. Trying to get upstairs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you start making your way up to the top deck. So back up top. Once you get up to the top deck, Kazeel, I'll go ahead and say that you can see that it's pretty difficult to miss now. This huge storm cloud, like this huge mass of clouds and lightning and the thunder as you enter upon the the top deck area. You just hear this loud crash of thunder and see like a lightning kind of hit one of the masses that kind of reaches out from this creature that's now about 40 feet away from the boat, following in. The rain hits your face pretty, and especially since you've been downstairs for a bit, like kind of coming out into it, it's all kind of fresh and just kind of like hitting your senses. Wind is definitely picked up since the last time you were up here. You see everyone kind of like doing their duties around the deck. And you can probably, like, if you look up at the wheel, you'll see Juniper just trying her hardest to like steer through everything.
Friends all accounted for. I see everybody.
Yeah, Tegan, what are you up to?
Okay.
Up on top, just keeping an eye on the cloud and trying to figure out what the heck is going on with it. Is it still gaining?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can, as it gets closer, you can see that it's just this swirling mass of just storm clouds and wind and rain and lightning. And I think you were one of the ones that saw the eyes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These glowing red eyes that kind of has lightning tendrils kind of coming out from them.
I'll alert everyone, I guess.
I would say at this point probably everyone can see, can be able to see it. It's hard to miss, even through the mist and everything that's up here too now, since the storm's picked up. And also, I would say at 40 feet, you probably also start to hear a bit of that kind of freight train sound that's typical with like tornadoes. Or that we as players know they're typical for tornadoes. I doubt I don't think you have too many tornadoes in Osbergen, but you hear this kind of loud, kind of whistling sound.
I thought you were going to say they don't have many freight trains in Osbergen.
No, they
But that's
don't.
where you're going.
I
with
know,
that.
yeah. Slow realization of like,
at the end of last session, Gerbil heard in the thunder, "You will die." Did other people hear that, or was that just Gerbil?
if I mentioned only Gerbil last week when you rolled for that, I did remember something being said, but I can't remember what it was. If you were the only one, then you were the only one.
Cool. I think Gerbil was tying down stuff still.
Okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
I imagine there's still stuff that needs to be tied down and
Yeah.
Make sure they're secure.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me while you're doing this.
Oh, yay!
As another lurch from the storm comes through.
21.
Okay, yeah, you're able to keep your footing. You're used to this by now, so. Juniper, you're still, well, I'll come to you in a second, unless you're doing anything but staring. Are you, okay.
No, she's just holding on for
Okay.
digging new grooves into the deck with her hose.
Okay. Okay, so I'll come back to you in a second. Zavar, what are you doing?
So I'm frantically just starting to run around to basically any point that looks like I'm still trying to be like, you know, the guy running around helping out where it looks like, you know, oh, this is a little bit weak, you know, oh, I need to grab that. And at the same time, you know, I see this thing coming at us, and I didn't see the eye, so I don't know that. So it just looks like a nasty, crazy thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm getting nervous, but right now, all I want to do is just try to help the ship and make sure everyone still looks like they're being safe as they're trying to help out as well. So I'm still just, you know, trying to be helpful, looking to where there's a gap, take orders if someone gives them, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you can probably help out Gerbil.
Okay.
As you're going around helping people and helping the unseen crew members.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a dexterity saving throw for me as well?
I rolled a 1 for a total of 8. Sorry, Gerbil.
So, Zavar, you move to go and help people, and you, kind of,
Perfect.
you think
Goddamn
you
it.
were pretty sure that you have a good idea of what, you know, of like how bad the ship is and, you know, how bad the storm is, but you soon find out that you really had no idea, and you start just kind of, immediately you take a step and you just kind of like fall to the deck.
Ouch.
You try to like pull yourself to your feet and just stumble again. You're having a lot of issues, even just getting to Gerbil.
I'm trying to help Gerbil. I'll be there too. Whoops.
I just you hear that like that slip, that banana peel slip sound effect that's in
that's-
everything that they even put in Jurassic Park. Whoop! It's like-
Yep. And phew,
Boing. Did Gerbil see? Well, I guess he called out the Gerbil. Gerbil will try to like help make sure Zavar doesn't fall overboard.
thank you.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Try
I
to
would
get
say
myself back up again.
make a not a saving throw, but just make a dexterity check for me, Gerbil. Or if you want to, you can either do a dexterity check or maybe athletics as you try to kind of get him pulled around.
Athletics is a little better.
Okay.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to help out Zavar swimmingly, like very well, and you're able to.
Don't say swimming.
I like just kind of like drag him and like hoist him up on his feet next to a post, like next to a mast.
It's very impressive. I apologize. I came to help you. I did not mean for you to need my help. What can I do?
Don't fall off the boat. Probably
Good
good
advice.
Make sure the mast is secure. Slap
Okay.
the mast.
All right, Gazil, anything specific that you're doing once you get up to the, you see all of that going on. You see Zavar stumbling around, Gerbil kind of helping, stopping what he's doing to help him out. Tegan's just kind of surveilling things, Tegan, right? Keeping an eye on
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Well, I will see what Kazil's going to do, and then I have a question.
Okay. And then, of course, Juniper's steering.
Okay. And my biggest thing is trying to perceive everything. So catching all that, am I at all catching the face in the storm or whatever it
Yeah,
was?
make a perception check for me.
That'd be like, ah! Let's see it. Okay. 12 plus 10, 22.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you see all this chaos happening on the deck. Magdalen's running around trying to like command the crew members, the unseen crew members, to like into different parts. You in fact, as you're like come up to the deck, like you'll kind of feel like a couple of like little like something like passing by you a couple of times, like these crew members maybe like running around. But you kind of like look up, like look over at Tegan, follow his eyesight out to the out to sea, and see this huge storm cloud. And you also would see these kind of glowing red eyes with these lightning like tendrils coming out from it.
Okay. I'll just sort of put a hand out to try and stop Magdalene. She's running Magdalene.
Yes.
Is that usually what's that? Oh, putting out.
I don't know. I don't run into storms on my sailing on the sea, so I have no idea. I've never seen it before unless it's something new.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to run over to Tegan, who I saw looking at it.
Is this storm? Is it up in the air, or is it like hovering over the surface of the ocean, or
Is it wading through the ocean?
I would
Yeah,
say
is
with
it-
your perception, Tegan, that you would notice that it's not right above the ocean. Maybe hovering about 20 to 30 feet.
Okay, that was the magic number. Okay,
Yeah.
so scratch that idea. Okay, so it's in the air coming for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can see some like the water like touching it. You do have some of the water kind of like funneling up into it because it is this kind of like swirling storm. So it is bringing some of that water into it. So I guess in a way it is touching the water, but it's not like on the sea level.
Okay. All right, so yeah, he'll just keep looking because his one idea would not work in this case.
Okay. All right. So you see Kazeel kind of come up near you.
Is it-
Right.
Yeah, we just keep trying to outrun it, I suppose.
Right. Well, listen here. If this helps you at all, and I'll hold out the looking glass. I don't even know what I can do, but perhaps that will give you a closer look at it.
All right, the Tegan will
I'm
be
just-
interested, so he'll take a look through the looking glass. Tegan through the looking glass. That's a short story.
Yeah. You look out in the looking glass. I won't make you make a perception check, but oh, whoops. That's fine. You do. I mean, you see. Yeah, I mean, you see the ocean kind of grow this kind of glow, this kind of greenish aura, this greenish hue. You see some like green things out to sea a bit, kind of right over the water. As far as the storm cloud is concerned, no, not really. I mean, you might see a couple of like greenish orbs kind of flying in amongst everything, like the storm clouds, but it's not glowing with that, with like, it's not completely glowing green. No.
I'll hand back the telescope to Kazeel. Damnedest thing. I mean, it has no shape, no form. It's just a cloud. An angry one at that, but
Right. I guess shape. I don't really know what to do. Magdalene doesn't even know. I'm gonna go ask Jeannie and see if she's ever encountered anything like this before in the seas. Like knock about and try and run over to Junie if possible.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you're going over to Juniper?
Mhm.
Kazeel? Okay.
Whatever. Just that's what I'll be doing next. I don't want to take
Okay,
chances.
alright. So Juniper, make another survival check at disadvantage, please, as you're trying to navigate away from this. And if you want to do anything differently, just let me know.
Well,
I
let's see. Can't roll any. So a 7, because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
It'd mostly be like, Kazeel, I'm glad you're here. Hold the wheel.
Right.
It's just-
Let's fight
He'll
you.
start spinning around. Just
I'd be like, don't
Yeah,
just
you'll-
stand there. Hold this.
Yeah, Kazeel, make a athletics check for me, please. Juniper, as you're trying to assess everything and telling Kazeel to take the wheel, you do hear it's happening again. Right? This is it. This could be it.
She just looks like Kazeel holding onto a steering wheel that she should be holding on to, and she can't. She just takes a step back.
You gonna leave? Just leave?
Sort of looks.
I mean, you could. Maybe you could swim in the ocean. It's awfully rough out there, though. There's a lot happening. I don't know. Oh, you did see some small rowboats on the side. That might help if you want to get out of here.
Are you trying to get me killed?
I'm just trying to protect you. Just trying to keep you safe, Juniper.
I'll
You know
take my chances.
I only have your best interests at heart.
My best interest. I have boats. I have options.
Okay.
Right now it's going down on this ship or jumping overboard
Really
or
want to go down with another ship?
no. I can only imagine Kazeel's watching this and Junie's just like shaking her.
Yeah, if
like
you look
she's got
over
a
at
bee
Junie,
in her
she's
ear.
having a pretty intense, it looks like inner struggle. Because I would say that you're perceptive enough to notice something like that.
I mean, you know, hey, Ginny,
Have to do
I
this.
believe in you.
What was your athletics check, Kazeel?
4.
Oh, baby.
oh god.
Oh,
Who did you? I've been like losing grasp like a bunch of
We
times.
are boned.
So, Kazeel, as you're trying to, like, you're seeing Juniper and, like, you kind of notice the emotional turmoil in her face, that she seems to be struggling. And for a moment, like, you kind of let your kind of guard down, and you kind of feel it just kind of, like, hit you, and, like, one of the things hits you in the face as it, like, spins around. Yeah, you're having a hard, difficult time to get this.
never seen a worse sailor.
You feel
That's why you don't wear
like
your shirts when
a
you-
little bit. You feel a little bit of help, maybe from one of the unseen crew members, but it doesn't seem to be helping that much. You're still struggling a lot.
Yeah.
Does-
Okay.
does-
Junior's Gerbil.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, does
Yeah.
Gerbil notice the chaos of just
Sure, yeah.
It's
Can
really,
Can you
Yeah.
handle this? I found the one
Gerbil.
thing Kazeel's bad at.
Gerbil will book it and like help because it's just
pleading eyes, yeah.
I don't know what to do with this. God, okay. She just like, are we done here? Okay, can we? I can't do this right now. I just need the ship to get handled. So can we just get this?
There's plenty
Help.
of people to do that, but you do you. We'll talk
I
later.
have full
Oh, God
faith
damn it!
in you, Genie, and I'll give you inspiration for the next 10 minutes.
Yay! Okay.
You haven't let us stray
I
yet.
will say, if you look back at the cloud, Juniper, it's about 30 feet away from the ship now, gaining speed.
Show, like,
just turns around.
You hear a
and,
loud
like,
clap of thunder, louder than you've ever heard before. Some lightning tendrils kind of reach out to the ship. And I would say at this point, it's definitely becoming hard to hear. Not only because of the rain and the wind, but also because of because of the wind, because of that kind of like this loud, weird whistling sound.
She just turns around to look at it and just wipes her eyes when Kazil can't see her. Just looking up at this. What the? I hate this plane. I hate this plane so much. She says, "What? I don't." Oh.
Now, Gerbil, you were trying to assist, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Why don't you, either you or Kazil can make a athletics check at advantage.
I have a -1, so.
Yes. I will do the check.
Okay.
You got like 1 foot up on the rail, like underneath,
Yeah.
like trying to hold this down, like almost sitting on the deck.
Oh, God.
With advantage. Without advantage, it would have been a 2, but with advantage, it's a little better. It's 16.
Okay, all right.
Oh, who got inspiration?
Yeah, so with Kazil got inspiration.
Okay. Oh, God.
So Gerbil, you're able to help. Kazil, definitely with Gerbil's help, it's definitely lessened. You feel like there's a little bit more control in the wheel. Yeah, you're able to
You
kind of
should
get
turn that
control
this
of
way,
it and help turn. Yeah. But someone's
We
definitely
may
gonna
have done a
have to
360.
Well, no, you've oddly enough with the wind and everything, you seem to have you stayed kind of in the same direction that it seems that Juniper was steering. However, Storm Cloud is now about 20, 25 feet away.
Oh, hey, there's ice in that storm. Be careful. I think it's sentient. Ginny, have you ever seen this before? I figured I'd ask you in your travels.
Make a history check, Juniper. I'll let you make
I-
history or intelligence, so either one.
Okay, that's...
I did hear it say, "You will die." Pretty sure. Well, there's
Okay,
that.
so I did a 21 on history.
Juniper,
I have...
I
Now
would-
it's probably a bad time to tell you, but I have gone down on a ship once before in a storm.
Oh, well, redemption arc, I suppose.
Bound to happen.
You
Jennifer,
promise.
I will say that let me send you a quick. I'll send you a quick private message.
Okay.
Whispers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
You see
know
Savar
if it was...
anywhere?
Sensing,
He's
He's
just-
holding a best.
Yeah,
yeah,
and a bottle in one hand. Firm
sensing that things are getting desperate, I'll just keep casting Gust into the sails.
Well, the sails have been put down because of the storm.
Oh,
They're not out.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, I won't do that then.
Back of the ship. Yeah.
Back attending to.
I mean, I guess there are storm cells. There would have to be for her to be piloting. Sorry. So yeah, you can cast Gust into the storm
Yeah,
cells.
it's probably not effective at all, but just for like desperations, like anything to help push.
It's catching up. Yeah.
Physics-wise, is that how that works? Can you hold up like a fan behind a sail when you're sitting on a boat? Will that work?
Probably not.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh, God.
Like if I just get on a little rowboat with a sail and get a leaf blower?
Yeah, I suppose so. Because if you were like sitting behind a toy boat and went, you know.
Yeah, but you're not in the
racing,
boat.
really-
But you're not in the boat.
Juniper's
This is
hyperventilating
more
over here.
powerful than your weight. I think
I've
it
seen-
would. It would have to counter out your weight.
Oh,
I,
bad.
I've seen it proven that it does work. It just doesn't work very well.
Need a very long extension cord.
Okay. Juniper has found out. Has remembered something.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh,
Um, it's not my fault. Okay.
no,
I just-
all right.
Nobody said it was.
I just,
blame.
if anything happens, I need to know it's not my fault. But this thing might have, I might have
You've seen it before.
seen it before. I don't know what it's doing here. Probably brought my ship here too. I don't
Oh
know.
no.
What
Is
can we
this the
do?
thing?
I don't know. It didn't. I don't. We didn't do anything last time, but crash.
Well, you've got
Probably.
us. It's alright.
I'm
I can tell
sorry.
you- Oh, Judy,
I'm so
it's-
sorry.
It's,
All right.
She just-
it's not your fault.
it's the storm's fault. Look at its
just
eyes.
gonna, like-
You can tell it's evil.
Nothing in this plane is your fault. This plane is
Right?
messed up.
I hate-
Fleeting worms from the sky. Like, just think of those things, eh?
I mean,
Ah.
if anything, it's Kazil's fault because he was actually here when it was created.
Right? Right?
That's a
Because
little
he's
bit
number
better.
one.
That's a little better. I don't.
First generation Kazil shuffle.
Oh my god.
Another clap of thunder
Ah.
that just kind of almost is so loud that it almost shakes the ship.
Oh.
Another flash of lightning. You see one of the tendrils, a lightning tendril, kind of reach out to the storm cells above. If you look at the storm, it is now about 15 feet away from the back of the ship.
I don't know what it wants with us.
Juniper, is there a god or a deity or some sort that we can call out to in your to assist? Is it something related to that, or it's,
Oh, I wouldn't call him God. Don't call him that. I what?
Did we hear that little thing right
They
there?
know. They know.
No.
Go ahead. Let
no.
them call me God. Let them
No.
do it.
There's no one I can call on for help. All of my help's right here on this ship, and she's trying to.
I've offered help.
Oh, we'll tackle it together, Judy.
Okay. Maybe we
It's this
can.
thing's fault, not yours.
Maybe we can reason with it. Or we can shoot first. I mean, that almost worked with that dragon that one time.
Do you want to talk with it? I think Gerbil, well, mostly
I don't-
Gerbil has this, but I think I'm
No. Gabriel's
I
helping.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's in a talking.
I could let go.
Mood.
There's
The
no
ship,
change.
the ship lurches. Everyone makes dexterity saving throws, please.
Okay.
Kazeel and Gerbil, do yours with advantage because you're holding onto the wheel.
Oh, with
Oh,
advantage, you said?
Yeah.
I rolled a 20 or 21, so I'm not rolling
Okay.
a second.
22.
Okay.
Oh my-
So I will go ahead and say Gerbil Conceal. You're able to just you feel the ship just
Okay.
kind of lurch to the side violently, and you're able to hold on to the wheel. However, to keep your balance. Tegan, what did you roll?
25.
Okay. Yeah, you are. The rest of you, Kazeel and Gerbil especially, will notice that Tegan's just standing there and is just like, almost like surfing, you know, like
Yep,
just
this is
riding
taking
the
it
boat.
in.
This is the
Nice.
exact equivalent of that scene in Lord of the Rings where Legolas just walk out of the snow while the rest of them are just like.
I'm imagining like Tegan like with his arms crossed, right, feet like in a wide stance, just kind of.
Yep, like,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Elves. There's
Juni-
lots of things to do. You just
Juniper, what did you roll?
I actually rolled a 1. for
Okay.
eight total.
Fun. Zavar,
Yeah.
what did you roll?
16.
Okay, Zavar, surprisingly, you're able to keep to your feet too. However, the rest of you see Juniper go like tumbling towards the edge of the ship.
Oh.
all right, I'll run. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're close, can we each
Yes.
run if we can
Yeah.
reach her?
Yeah, make dexterity saving throws for me as you run out to try and grab her.
Don't you use me as bait? How dare
Terrible.
you?
Oh, a little worse this time. Okay.
Gerbil
10.
outstretches the arm. But...
23.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
No, if Gerbil lets go of this thing, we're all dead. So,
So 23 for Zavar, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Tegan, did you roll?
Yep, 10.
Okay. Yeah, so Tegan, you start to take a step, but you can feel like, you're going to lose your balance, and you're not,
Right.
you had a good thing there, standing the way that you were. Zavar, you see Juniper just kind of go tumbling towards the edge of the ship. You get to her just about a foot away from the railing going over, and grab onto her just in time. You're able to kind of balance yourself against the side of the ship to, so that you don't go tumbling, because the ship's still kind of correcting itself. If you, I'll let you. Is there anything that you want to roleplay there?
I'm just gonna hold on tight. Juniper, I've got you. Do not let go.
Of course you can catch me when I'm falling.
Okay. Yeah, you're right up against the edge of the ship, Juniper, so you're fine. You're not like falling off, so he's able to
Okay.
pull you
Yes.
and keep
Just
you
away
from
Mhm.
starting to tumble off of the ship.
So embarrassed.
It almost happened. Almost
Ah.
happened.
Listen, don't do this to me in front of my friends.
Remember. And I would say that you would kind of take, as you're like tumbled towards the side and are correcting yourself, Juniper, you would see those extra smaller lifeboats kind of attached to the side of the ship.
Just
with
like
ropes.
almost gets there. Thanks, Var. I think you need to get back to the mast. It's okay. I got
Because-
this.
Because I was so close,
Uh-huh.
and she muttered something.
Yeah.
Did I hear her speak to her or whatever?
I would say you're within probably 5 feet in order to save her, so yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Juniper? Before the things? What did you say?
I don't
Makes
know.
sense.
We're in the middle of a storm. I said, get out of here. Go, get away from the edge.
Okay.
I'm just playing myself at this point.
That's great to say. We've now transcended Juniper and Zavar, and I've went to Michelle and Mason.
multiverse crash.
Fine. You're fine. Okay, I'll go over there. Now. Oh, all right, all right. I was very worried that moment I could reach you. Hang on. I'll go here. I don't know what else to do. Do you know
We'll
what I
help
can
the
do?
voyage with the steering wheel. And
Then I'll go over and help Tegan, since that's what she suggested.
and she's back on her feet, but kind of looking over the side of those lifeboats. I didn't do this last time. Maybe. How many boats are there?
There's 2 on this side.
Maybe sitting ducks. Sitting ducks.
Boats look about being able to hold about 2 people, probably 2 or 3 people. Pretty small.
She's kind of like idly touches the boat in her pocket, or where it would be in her backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Can Gerbil see Junie from where he's struggling
Make a
with the...
perception check.
11.
You can see Juniper. You saw Zavar probably go, run over to and save her. And then you would see Juniper kind of standing at the, there probably. You wouldn't be able to like see her talking or anything.
Okay.
Anything you want to do, Gerbil, or?
As he's struggling, is Kazeel still like holding on to the wheel, helping gerbil, or is it just
Oh,
gerbil? Okay, all right.
I'm trying to help. I don't know how much help I'm offering, but I'm holding on, doing my best.
Gerbil's kind of holding. He's look at the storm, look at Judy, look at everybody, and he's gonna try to like brace it, pull out his holy symbol, and say a prayer, and then cast guidance on himself.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Kazeel, are you still? Did you let go of the wheel, Gerbil, or no?
No,
You're
I
still-
was still bracing. I was just like
Okay.
using one hand to
Okay.
clutch my holy symbol.
Okay. Gerbil and Kazeel, could you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Just straight.
Yeah, strength saving, not a check.
Yeah. And I can't use guidance because that's saving throw, not ability check. That's fun. 7. 2 plus 5. So,
-1.
The two of you are trying to keep this wheel straight. And as you're kind of like, your attention's kind of half and half, on keeping it, keeping it straight and keeping it there, and also in what's going on around you. So you feel the wheel suddenly like turn, and just kind of, and the ship kind of turn with it. And it seems to almost as if something was turning the ship. And you try to like keep it going straight, but you're
Well, we just-
unable to. But Juniper and Zavar, the rest of you can definitely feel the ship like as it starts turning to the left and like towards the storm almost. Magdalene is like suddenly like stops what she's doing. Why are we not sailing away?
Gerbil's gonna cast thaumaturgy and shout with a booming voice, "All hands on the wheel!"
Nice, nice.
Whoa.
As the ship starts turning, most of you can see that the storm is basically there. Let me actually pull something up here really quick. Let's see its exact size. Yeah, so so this thing probably towers, it's probably like 3 ships high, including the sails. Huge creature. Sorry. It's okay. So towers, I'll get the banners fixed in a couple of seconds. Which I think one was wrong anyways, it looks like. Anyways.
Everybody's is on Gerbil.
Yeah.
It's a big bugbear puppy pile.
Yeah.
Kazeel's
You
dream.
guys should have
He's
said
right
something.
in the middle. So
Just piled on.
You
A
should've
party
said
party.
something. I thought I got them all fixed.
I mean, I did post something in chat, but we were in the middle of it.
Listen, you gotta direct message me, friend.
Well, you were in storytelling mode. I didn't want to throw you off
Okay.
the groove.
All right, let me try to fix this really quick. So
Beware
this
the
thing is
groove.
about 3 ships tall. Lightning just kind of coming out from it. The thunder is so, like, you hear another boom of thunder. That wind sound, that's almost like a whistling, rushing sound. If any of you have been near a waterfall, it sounds similar, and it's just consistent. All of you would see kind of these glowing red eyes with the lightning coming out of them up on this figure. So it seems to have this kind of shape to it with these arms, but just like several, and you can also see just several things like pieces of wood and things just kind of like twisting in amongst it. And it seems like it's just made of a storm. Lightning is all in it, all inside. You can see all these clouds around it. let me just take a couple of seconds and try to fix these.
May I ask if I can?
Sure.
So, knowing that I'm doing virtually nothing on this wheel,
Yes.
and
Aw.
getting a picture of this giant creature, I would like to stand up and use one of my big spells.
Okay.
I have Hold Monster that targets any creature that I can see within my range here. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for up to a minute. Just gonna try and buy us some time.
It doesn't have a size limitation, Kazeel.
Choose a creature
Okay.
that you can see.
All right. Yeah. Give me one
Let's see if
Limited
I
only
can-
by Audacity.
Nice. A minute might not get us much, but if it can get us, if it even works. It has no effect on undead though, just in case that's any part of this.
Okay.
And at the end of each of its turns, like if it's like every 6 seconds or whatever, it can make another wisdom saving throw. And on a success, it would the spell would end.
Okay. All right.
So,
And that was Hold Monster, right?
Hold Monster.
Yeah. Let me pull up this information here. And just make sure that it can be. So if it fails, what happens to it? It gets paralyzed.
It's paralyzed.
And that was a wisdom saving throw, right?
A wisdom saving. It has to meet or exceed an 18.
And what's the range on that, Kazeel?
90 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it would reach.
So I'm gonna look at Gerbil and just like, let go and stand up and start whirling the spell of this stupidly monstrous storm with red eyes.
Yeah, and it has these kind of lightning, these blue lightning hands kind of coming out from it. So you cast the spell, Kazeel. It feels like it went through, and it feels like that it should reach the creature. There's enough room. It seems to be, you seem to have hit a weak point in it, but the paralyzation doesn't seem to land. It's still moving.
Oh.
And you hear another roll of thunder and a crack of lightning and almost this kind of
I tried to slow it down. It's either an illusion, or it's one of those creatures that's just strong enough it can shrug things off every so often. Oh, and I'll go back to trying to grab the wheel.
And I will say that you feel you sense some of the tension being taken off the wheel. So it seems that some of these invisible crewmates are helping out some. Why don't everyone, let's see here. If someone wants to make a strength or athletics check with advantage.
On the wheel, or
On the wheel, as everyone's kind of helping out here.
Trouble. Just do it.
Okay, all right.
Using that guidance I had, because this isn't. Wait, is this a saving throw, or was this just a?
No check. So you can either make a strength
Athletics
or an
check?
athletics check, yeah.
Alright. 17 with the guidance.
You feel, you are definitely, there's a lot of people helping out, and you're really pulling together, but it's just not, doesn't feel like it's quite enough. It's still slowly turning towards the creature. You're about halfway turned to it now, and it's pretty much there to greet you and starts to kind of move towards the front of the ship where everyone is. Everyone make perception checks for me, please. And I'll go around and ask what you got. Tegan, what did you get?
24.
Okay. Gerbil?
There's 16.
Zavar?
Natural 20 for 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Kazil?
An 11 for 21. 21. Just being silly.
Juniper, what did you get?
11.
Okay.
I got tears in my eyes.
So what did you get, Gerbil? It's like a 16 or something?
16.
16.
16.
So, Tegan, Zavar, and Kazil, you would hear this. You would hear a, wait! This kind of yelling. Kazil, I would say that you probably kind of recognize it as a guard. As you all kind of like look back, like kind of look from where the sound is coming from, the three of you, you see floating out from below deck, Ingot. She's glowing and is floating out of the bottom deck and towards the storm creature.
I'm gonna jump on Inga and try and lay her down.
Okay, you're about, let's see here. Give me 1 second. Let me just look here. Because I assume this is about right here. Let me just use my little thing here. You're there at the wheel, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to where she's coming out. So I would say you'd have to use all, like, your 30 feet of movement to get to her.
If I see that she's like at the end of my movement, I'm gonna cast Wall of Force around her in the ship, putting like an invisible prison around her so she can't go through. You're not getting her. We've been through too much.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I keep forgetting I have this thunderstorm stuff playing in the background until like a thunderclap, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, I gotta get some thunderstorm sounds in the
Perfect.
background. Thanks.
So if you haven't checked out our Patreon,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. It's 120 feet. So you're putting around the entire ship in and of itself?
Oh no, just around her, but it's gonna go down to the upper deck of the ship. It's like a box I'm setting on top of over her, down to the top of the ship.
Okay.
I just want her like
And
to
you
not
can
be able
set,
to float.
as far as I can tell, you can set the perimeters of this box, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
have set
I can do 10 by
perimeters.
10 panels, so I can put
Okay.
them all around and on top to make like a house, a Minecraft dirt hut that just sits down on top of her.
And you're doing it just
Yeah.
for Ingot, correct?
For Ingot.
Okay.
I want her secured to the ship.
Okay. So you see her, she starts floating. You do this, Kazil. What would that be? What would that be? What would that be? Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to, what is your, as a bard, your thing is charisma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll give you either one of these. You can either make a dexterity saving throw or charisma saving throw just to see how good you are at placing this box in time, because she's being pulled towards the creature pretty rapidly. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you choose either one of those. so you can choose if one's better.
All right, and it's a check, you said?
It's a saving throw. And why don't you?
Oh, okay.
Because you're proficient in Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why
I
don't
am.
you make that? Go ahead and just make the check for me, please. Yeah, the saving
Okay.
throw. I mean.
Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture because it was a 20.
Okay.
And before I even go over here and touch us, I feel like I need to send a picture.
Okay.
Okay. I also have a plus 10 to my saving throw, so it's
Okay.
a 30.
All right. So yeah. So yeah, you're
I'm
able
not
to.
losing Inget.
You're able to place the box in time. You place it down just almost expertly. And she does kind of like, kind of float forward a bit inside the box and kind of like gently touch the wall. But then she'll kind of like, settle down onto the floor and to the floor, the top deck. Let me see if, let me just double check this other spell here.
For what it's worth, because it's a little unique, this wall of force cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Yep, I saw that.
It can by disintegrate. But
So,
So even if we all die, Ingot will still be right there.
To tell the tale.
the creature, you hear this loud crack of thunder amongst you. You feel another, now this is, I'll just I keep trying to like put my mouse on my laptop when I don't have it hooked up together. So it is concentration, so just keep an eye on that, Kazeel, right?
yes.
You do feel another like violent lurch in the ship, and almost like you've heard this continuous sound of the wind and this kind of whooshing sound, and it almost seems like it gets louder and just more unbearable after Kazeel's done this. The ship lurches the rest of the way towards, like, to face the creature. All of you make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Has it been less than 10 minutes by any chance?
Since what?
Since I was given
Since the
inspiration.
inspiration.
Oh, yeah, probably. It's been less than
Okay.
10 minutes.
Is that a D6?
I think it's a D10 now.
Currently,
It's a D10
yeah,
now,
D10.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add that because I rolled another one. And perfect.
So,
Okay.
Tegan, what did you roll?
21.
Okay, so you're able to stay on your feet, Gerbil. Okay, Gerbil, whereas you were so stoic earlier, you just kind of lose your balance and just find yourself kind of stumbling around. Zavar, what did you roll?
16.
Okay, you're able to stay on your feet. Jonathan, whenever your video goes out, like you move your head, it looks like the tornado is like coming out
Lower
of your
your
neck.
head for a second.
Yeah.
Jonathan is the storm. Kazia, what did you roll?
We
A 15.
play the long game. the
15.
entire time.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to stay on your feet as well. Juniper.
I used my inspiration, so I got a 14.
Okay. All right, you're able to stay on
I
your
didn't-
feet as well.
I didn't want to fall again.
So
Not in
just
front of everybody.
Gerbil seems to be having some trouble as the ship makes that last lurch. So you're now facing this huge, literally I think that's its size, huge creature.
Huge. Sorry.
Another kind of branch of several tendrils of lightning go, and yeah, we will go here. And just give me a couple seconds. Let me just search for something here. It's fine. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just looking.
How to let your players win everything.
And actually,
I don't like that. Nope, don't like it at all.
Oh, my ping tabletop simulator just died.
Oh, no.
whatever you
It's
just put up on
Jesus.
the
You'll
board.
understand when you see it.
so
Everybody's at
Jeez.
299 ping. For
so
me.
you're facing that. So everyone's pretty much up
Didn't
here
roll the bullcrap
towards the
dice.
front. Oh no. Savar, why are you falling down?
Well, don't drop me.
You're just
It's
in character.
right here. We'll see Renerius is probably back here because
Oh, shit.
was back here. too.
Everyone's falling down. I
Okay.
don't know.
I'm
I
changing.
mean, it is a storm.
I'm changing my internet on the laptop real quick.
Well, maybe this guy's too close. Maybe he's just. Maybe he's.
Maybe Gerbil's just dead.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I think maybe the creature was just.
Massive.
Yeah, I think it was too close.
just by spawning in.
All right, now we have. And then Ingot Kazil is probably about. Let's see here. He was about over. Let's see. Let me think. He was going over here. Or going this way, and then going this way. He was pulling him towards. So she's probably about right here, Dan, in your little box. Let me see if I have. What'd you say?
Pussy.
What?
Remember we found Bussy?
I know.
I always
Let's-
think of
let's-
Bussies now.
Let's keep that in our chat.
So we'll put this. We'll put the.
Let's not put that out in the
we'll
world.
put the. I'm gonna put this box here, Dan. Okay, around her. Is that okay? Do you
This
see the
sounds
box?
great. Look at the pencil.
I can kind of see things now.
I'm so. I see the pencil. Let me look again for the box here.
It's a little white box
All right,
around
where's
it.
Oh.
where's Sweet
Oh.
Ingot?
Oh, he's
am
pretty.
I just not seeing her? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it might take me a little bit to kind of get through. All right.
Oh,
this is
damn!
about.
This is Ingot.
God.
I'm on this like 80 times more.
Ah!
Yeah. That side shave, yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-mm.
What?
Mhm.
What's happening?
What's happening? All right, and we will tell you what. Let's take an early bio break. Since it's already 8:21, or whatever, 11:21. Take an early bio break, and we'll come back, and we'll be rolling initiative. So that's fun. All right.
Oh,
so
boy.
for those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So come back or go get your snacks. Stay seated. We'll have our mics hot so you can listen to our, to once everyone goes in keys or banter, and we'll be back ASAP. All right.
Man,
See you then.
It's wee wee time.
And Jonathan
Here's
had
the wee
tomato
never
face or
fails.
What?
something.
Here's the wee wee and never fails.
Makes me want to wag my tail.
When
When it comes to quality, wee wee time.
wee wee time. All right.
Check out
Welcome.
Patreon/Magic for more content like this. Made for my sponsors like you.
did you switch over your internet?
Yeah, and it's still, that pink, but at least it's not $2.99 maxed out.
Okay, good.
So I can see the thing now.
I liked it when I thought we were fighting Mothman. I couldn't trust the guard because of what I saw on the table. I was like, he's gonna turn on us. The miniature says so.
Traitor one. Wait.
Raider.
What?
Yeah. All right. Snack. Go get a snack, Jonathan. Get a snack.
Snack.
Great. This thing is going to be across planes. This is not my fault. This is not my fault. I made it.
I was looking at the clock and I'm like, oh my goodness. When pooping in the corner of your room goes. Oh, she's there we go.
Whoops! I forgot my mic was on.
Don't worry, I heard.
Y'all heard me shining. Scrub the deck.
We also heard Michelle screaming as soon as she got up about
Oh yeah.
feeling bad.
I like the break. I like the flashlight. Oh, it's so dark.
I'm just excited I was back for the first turn of the color. Yay, progress today.
Oh, yay, Dad! Growth, man. In summer, everything is
Nice.
Oh my gosh, we're now missing 3 of the characters in the art.
I know.
Ren, Gimbal, and Pixar.
I know.
I wonder how everyone, like, what arrangement you'll do once they're fixed back.
I mean,
Like, where's Junie and where will Junie Sebastian?
at least Rin, has a squirrel, so I mean, new players could probably just assume maybe that's just a weird art of Junie because there's a squirrel.
Nice. For pet halfling and pet squirrel.
Also, I mean, this is a long thing down the road, but it's like I would like a happier
Listen.
Oh no, look at this, my friend!
All I came back was to something happier gerbil, and that makes me sad.
Just replace his art with a bachelor gerbil. Actually, no, awkward gerbil. would look
Just regular gerbil.
like you're just really very confused face.
Remind me.
Chug, 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 chug. What was that?
So good. It's cider. It's lemon berry scone.
Lemon berry
Scone?
spawn?
Scone.
Scone?
It's
Scone?
not
No.
scone. No. No.
Not spawn, not
No.
scone.
Scone.
Not scone.
How
No.
do you spell that?
Scone.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Like Tom?
Dan.
Like
Yeah, lemon berry scone.
S-K-H-A-N? Scone!
That's what in Spokane. Inland cider mill.
Yeah. Very good.
Meal.
Goes really well with that pizza. Local to the area.
Yeah.
Strawberries and shrimp or whatever.
No.
Oh.
No, salmon. It was salmon.
Right, you can't
See,
stand it.
Local.
You had to bring it back up, man. Just had to bring it back up.
Since then, though, all his YouTube tours have been like so ridiculously over the top, and it was just like, okay, he just started out with that one that made everyone go, wait, what? And all the rest of them are even more ridiculous. But it's like, I felt betrayed because I done got, and I had to go upset my dear friends in Spokane.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's a rough life. It's a rough life. All right. Oh, I gotta get my information here.
It has 1 hit point.
I gotta get my lap settled, so just give me a moment. It's looking good.
Thank you for putting up with
Place for everything and everything in its place.
Exactly. Let me just read over this really quick.
I appreciate that Zavar is facing the wrong way on the battlement.
It's a monk technique.
Oh yeah.
His eyes in the back of his head. I don't know. As a changeling, did you have eyes in the back of your head?
No. It's I can't change my species, I can't change my configuration. It's appearance.
Okay, so you didn't change your height or anything?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably look like I had eyes in the back of my head, but I can't see
But
through
they wouldn't
those
be
eyes.
fucked. Oh, that's
You
even
do
worse.
one eye in
Just
front and
eyeballs
one eye in
that
back?
don't
They
just
don't work. Oh no.
weird flesh eyeballs like in the back of your head that don't do anything.
No.
Oh,
Jonathan,
man.
No.
It's like body hair
Oh.
growing out of him.
No. Oh
You made it
God.
worse.
Jesus. No.
I can always count on when I make someone feel uncomfortable. I can always count on Dan to have my back and make it worse. Go team go.
Oh, thank you.
Nice line you drew there.
That's not one.
Oh shit.
You just roll for Ash. Yep.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
Would that be good or bad?
Yeah.
Oh, never.
Okay. All right. Going live. Sorry for that. I just need to cover a couple things. Going live again. We're coming back. 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right.
Oh, it's so dark. It's so dark in here.
Great
Oh,
stuff.
coffee man, no.
Oh no. Let me just try and fix something. I don't know.
Nice.
I guess it's fine.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah, you forget it's there. And you just rub the back of your head.
I'm never gonna forget this. Ever.
Oh.
Ever. I'm
Okay.
just gonna play a changeling character.
Oh no. All right. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome
Thank
back,
you.
players.
Yay.
We are. Here we are. Everyone, roll initiative as you face off. You see this huge, gigantic elemental, this storm
big.
in front of you.
Impressive.
I remember this guy in Hercules.
Tegan, what did you roll for
A
initiative?
9.
All right. Gerbil.
14.
Savar.
12.
Kazeel.
19.
Okay. 15. And let's see here. Ramirez has a. Okay.
I knew I forgot something.
And let's
Just
see.
wear yourself
here.
yet.
Pixren. Pull her up as well. Ow. This isn't helping my back.
Nice. That's awesome, Jonathan.
I love the solidarity that you're providing there with Juniper.
So 10,
Tiefling horns.
13.
It's perfect.
Love it. Yeah. I'm waiting to see. Yeah.
Oh, and Magdalene.
Oh, there we go.
What's
Lock it in.
happening?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. There we go. Just push him forward a little bit. Push him forward.
That's fine.
Perfect.
It's fine.
What a mess that would be.
Awesome.
Get their horns tangled all the time.
Oh.
I mean,
That
I'm
is
sure
a
it's a
mating
thing,
ritual.
don't you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you snap
Sorry, I'm
them.
It's like
opening
that-
up a new
it's like
window
that,
here. Give me 1 second. Okay.
It's like
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember there's
We
a
got
there's
our,
a video
Oh,
I
plus
saw
we need to
Tangled
go over
last night.
to.
of like a ram who
Bottle.
got like stuck on a tree and he's just running around in circles.
Oh, poor baby.
I need to fix. Oh man, I should have done this before, but I didn't think about it.
Okay.
We're switching over to battle, everyone, so viewers just bear with me as I get.
This isn't as comfortable as I would like it to be. Back to the Bigfoot hat.
Okay. We'll get you centered. Wait, did we lose
And,
Dan?
Yeah, and Dan just dropped out.
Probably his internet. Okay, well, I'll wait then before I start messing with.
I mean, if there was a time for it to happen, I guess now would be the time.
Yeah. Alright, so we got that.
He poofed. He sure did.
I'm going to bring up. There's, oh wait, is she not? Course. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless that horse is a famous forever.
Wilbur.
Nice.
It took me a second and then everything just went kaboosh,
Yep.
like a flood. And I was like, peanut butter and the horse.
There we go.
Alright.
I'm back.
And he's back!
Internet did the
Welcome.
thing again.
Better than ever!
Hmm.
You missed the wonderful Mr. Ed Singlong.
Oh.
Yep.
Dice.
Alright, are you all centered, Dan?
Am I?
I mean, are
Yep.
you centered in your
Yes.
camera? Are you
Right
good to go
as
on your
of
side
now.
of things? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Whoops.
Your chakras aligned.
Let me just make this bigger over here so we can make sure that everything's lined up okay.
Hey, at least if we TPK, we made it to episode 100.
And beyond.
Darn right we
And
did.
beyond.
Alright, so let me actually turn this to you in here for a second.
I'm holding as still as I can.
Oh, I've already adjusted you, friend.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But you did great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think everything's
So
set.
good, take
Again,
it
so
easy.
sorry, viewers, but it's been a bit since battle. All right. Oh no, wait. Of course. Wait, I didn't get Juniper's right. She's marked as Zavar.
And Tegan is Juniper.
What?
And Gerbil is Gerbil. The nerve of that guy.
Okay, there we go.
How
All
dare-
right.
How dare Gerbil be himself?
I keep forgetting Casil has glasses.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got that. Everything's around here. All right. So, with our current initiative order, Kazil, you are next. I mean, you are first. Then the creature, and then Gerbil.
Jeez. Okay.
Cool.
So. The process.
Did you tell
the
our
only thing-
initiatives already?
Yeah. We did that.
Yeah.
Oof, man.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Tavon.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to move over and stand in front of, if I can, the box. I want to be between the storm and Inget, if I may.
Okay, sure.
But before I move, nope, can't do that. So scratch. I am walking over there though. What's the range on this? How far away is this storm now? Is it right off the ship?
Yeah, the storm's probably about, staying about 10 feet away from the ship, probably.
Okay. This spell's a 30-foot range, so I'm just going to cast. Do I see any other creatures? It's just the storm, as far as I can tell, right?
Just the storm. You have the rain kind of hitting you, the wind. It's ever since the storm has gotten this close, I will say. The storm in general has picked up substantially. It's difficult to even keep your footing. It's difficult to even, you won't be able, I will go ahead and say, it'd be difficult to hear each other if you try to say anything to each other. You can already tell because it's just consistent, loud noise of the wind and the rain, thunder, lightning. It's all right there in front of you.
present.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, you only see the storm, this huge storm and sentient storm, and that's it.
All right.
I will say also, let me go ahead and mark this as a guard. A guard is probably so he came up after, so he's probably about right here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just walking down there, and I'm gonna turn. You know, as I'm walking over, I'm gonna look at Inget and just. Does she look like in a fugue state? Like, is she present in there?
As you look through this, Kazeel, and you're walking a little bit closer, she seems like she's still in immense pain as she was before. The crystals just continue to glow inside of her, or on her skin, I mean, from inside this box. But she still seems about the same state that you saw her in below deck.
All right. I'm just going to try and get through to her and put something out there to start. And get. But here, I won't let this thing take you. And I'll just turn and with a show, turn my back to like stand in front of her, and again between her and the storm.
If you want to move your token, there are grids on here, so if you want to move your token to where you want it to be.
Oh, right, I got disconnected.
Oh, okay.
I will do that.
Do you want it like within 5 feet of Inget, like in between her and the storm?
I'm gonna stand right in front
Okay.
of her space, so she
Okay.
knows I'm right there.
Gerbil, with yours, are you wanting, because you're kind of in between two things right now. Which one do you want to be on? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depth perception. Okay.
You're okay. Alright. Okay. Anything else for your turn, Kazeel?
No, as I say that, I'm just gonna try and do it as emotionally as I can, like trying to really resonate and connect with her and let her know I'm not gonna let this happen, and then turn my back just again
I will say that
Show
looking at her and saying that, because she will kind of like look over at you and just kind of give a nod. You can tell that she's like crying at this point just because from the pain and just gritting her teeth. Yeah, a little bit of blood coming from her mouth.
Okay. That's all I've got.
So we have this thing next, and then Gerbil, and then Rhaenyra. And then after that, Zavar. So this thing on its turn is going to do. Oh, yeah. Me trying to select something on my laptop again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this creature is going on its turn. Let's see. Where is he? Okay, he's behind mostly everyone. Tegan.
Mm-hmm.
You would see, because Rhaenyra is standing about 10 feet in front of you.
Right.
You would see suddenly oh no, this wouldn't fit. A glowing cage form, or like a box form around Rhaenyra. Like suddenly he's trapped in a cage that is glowing with this purple arcane energy. As the cage forms almost in a poof around him, and you see this lock kind of form on around it with a chain. The cage will, I don't have any risers, but the cage will float up with Rhaenyra in it, and the storm cloud will kind of take the caged Rhaenyra into his hand, and will almost ingest it within his body, bringing it almost to, like, you can see the cage kind of floating around, twirling around in its center. Lightning kind of attaching to it, and it's just mixing with the other things that are floating in it. So Rhaenyra has been removed from the battlefield and is in this cage now, which is within the creature. As its second attack, you hear this loud booming thunder. And let's see here. Right there. That's not what I want. It will give out another deep laugh as it did before. And will... Oh, no. All right. Actually, that was a pretty powerful move, but yeah, we'll go ahead and just have it do one of these. Who's it gonna hit though? Okay. Zavar. You see this creature kind of turn to you. And does a 20 hit?
Very.
Okay, you see this kind of tendril of lightning suddenly, instantaneously almost, reach out to you, Zavar, and you feel the shock in your body that almost brings you to your knees. This hits for
Don't like that laugh.
Yeah.
15 points of damage.
Ouch.
And the lightning kind of retracts from you almost as quickly. And you hear another boom of thunder and another deep laugh. That's it for that. On to Gerbil, and then Zavar, and then Pixrin.
Gerbil's gonna shrug. He has no idea what to do. I can do a bonus action first, right? Or do I have to do my action first? I can do a bonus action first.
Yes, correct. Yeah, sorry.
All right. I don't know why I thought differently. Since he doesn't know what to do, he's gonna clutch his holy symbol and cast divine favor on himself, which lasts for a minute. It's concentration,
Okay.
and then he's just gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Okay.
A couple arrows, hoping. Right. Shoot my dice out. All right. Sharpshooter. That is a 19.
Okay. 19 does hit.
Oh, you scared me for a second. uh, it's 17 piercing damage, and then 1 point of radiant damage because of divine favor.
Okay. You don't feel that the piercing does as much damage as it could. It does okay. So, alright.
Alright, and then I get 2 actions because I'm a fighter, and I'm not going to forget that. So I'm going to do it again. Sharpshooter. 21.
21 hit.
Oh, that's better. Math. Hmm. 21 piercing damage, 1 point of radiant damage. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just you just see a little laser pointer at the end of these arrows. Sniper mode.
Alright.
420, no scope.
Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, no, I'm not moving. I did my bonus action. Yep, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. So that brings us to let's see, Zavar, and then Pixrin, and then Tegan. Wait a minute, Juniper, what did you get for your initiative?
13.
Okay, so, actually, that brings us to, sorry about that, Juniper? That brings us to Juniper, then Zavar, then Pixrin, then Tegan.
Okay. Because I don't know for sure,
Yeah.
Junie's going to take a, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's go back 5 feet. Look at the spell really quick. Is that a 30-foot, 10 creatures. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking out the grid really quick.
Sure.
I don't know if water breathing is a 30-foot radius from Junie. 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10. I feel like it's a 30-foot circle.
Okay.
And I don't know if Renarius cast it last night or not, but out of an abundance of caution, she's going to cast water breathing on
Okay.
everyone.
All right.
Just
And you
in
said the range
case.
is 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to try and get, if I can catch most everyone.
Yeah, I think you would get everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Except for
Um,
Renarius, of course. You wouldn't... 10, 15... Yeah, you would even get Tegan back there, so...
Cool. Let me just go. Yeah. And that's all she's gonna do for now. Just in case things go
Okay.
sideways.
All right.
It's for 24 hours. I can't help it if you get smashed to death by the ship, but at least you won't drown.
We'll say make a wisdom saving through Juniper.
Let's see. 12.
Okay. You just kind of remember and kind of echoes in your head that, like, this is it. This is it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that brings us to Zavar, and then Pixrin, and then Tegan.
So while I'm still kind of turned away, I'm going to, as an action, change my appearance using my changeling ability.
Okay.
I'm going to make myself look like Rizla.
Okay.
Then I will turn towards the storm thingy, and I'm going to walk up to the bow of the ship. And in her voice, I'll call out, "Go back! You're attacking the wrong ship. Your commands are wrong. Go back and get your correct instructions. Go back!"
Okay. Is that out?
Yep.
Okay. You yell this out into the storm, Zavar, and you're having to, like, really strain your voice and to try and get it heard over the noise. It doesn't seem phased. A good try.
Okay, then that's it for me.
So that brings us to Pixrin and then Tegan. I think Pixrin would probably bring out a weapon here. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? It's too big. There's not enough room. Let me see here. Let's do this cake pop, because that's what the weapon looks like. You hear her kind of yell through the storm, "I got this!" You see this huge cake pop appear as her spiritual weapon. And we'll... Range area. Okay, so she can create it anywhere. Yeah, so she'll have, I don't have any risers, but the weapon will be floating up near the creature. And we'll try to attack it. Okay. Alright, so that would actually hit. And that would be... Casting modifier. would be 6. So that's fair. So it hits it for 6 points. Alright. And she herself gets a bonus action. She would take her crossbow and try to get it. Yeah. Oh, then it will definitely hit. And that's a 6. Okay. All right. So Tegan, it is your turn.
All right.
And I would say probably Pixar would probably back up a smidge. Go ahead.
All right. Tegan will consider what's going on and run away. No.
Yeah.
He will cast Conjure Animal,
Okay.
and he's going to conjure an enormous tentacle.
Okay.
And it's going to go on the front of the bow of the boat. So if that's within 35 feet of the storm, right? I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. The storm's running like 10 feet from the front of the
Okay.
ship.
So just put something. It's going to stay on the bow. It's not going to.
Okay. So you're just putting
Unless-
a tentacle there, right?
Yeah.
Just a tentacle, not a creature.
It's an enormous tentacle. It's called.
Nice.
Oh.
So I don't have a tentacle in my save in my objects. There actually is.
It's either that or an octopus, and I figured the tentacle would be better.
In my saved objects.
Because
maybe?
the octopus's reach is
I have a
not
tentacle
that great.
somewhere. Maybe. Okay, unless I might have saved it. Okay. But I do have this like ooze type creature that we can put in its place.
Yeah. Any kind of.
We're gonna have to move this guy back a bit.
You just put a pill or something there. It doesn't matter.
So how big is the tentacle?
It is enormous.
Oh, so it's pretty big.
That's the name.
So did you just think?
I mean,
the
is
ship-
that the size? Does it give a size though, or
Hold on. I will
okay?
pull that up real quick. Huge beast.
Okay. Yeah, so it's close to the size of this thing. All right, we'll sit it just like. Oh God. We'll sit it right there.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, and bonus action hide,
All right.
and then it's the tentacle's turn.
So are you hiding behind like some boxes or something in the back of the
Yeah,
ship?
anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. And now the tentacle will constrict. It's 35-foot reach, and it's +6 to hit. So let me roll for that. Of course, it's a miss. 9.
9 that misses. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
that's it.
That's it for your turn. Next is, sorry I didn't warn you, Kazeel, then the Storm, then Gerbil.
Was there someone before me? or
Nope,
did you
you're
say-
next.
Okay. I have absolutely nothing I can do in this fight, so I'm going to
That's
just
quite a thought.
reassure Ingrid again. I won't let it. If I have to hold you down myself or fight off whatever it sends at you, you do your
Oh,
part.
that's right,
fight,
because you're
I'll do mine.
you're concentrating on the
And
thing.
I mean, most of my stuff's melee.
Yeah.
I can do some concentration spells, but yeah, she's most important.
Throw your katana.
And that's it. I mean, I'll hold my action if anything comes up to try and hurt her and gets within, range. I'll beat him with a stick. but otherwise that's it.
Okay. Looks like kind of a pulse of light hits her, Kazil, as you're sitting there. Kind of like her crystals kind of grow a little bit more brightly, and she kind of yells out in pain and kind of looks like she's starting to maybe lose consciousness. But not quite there yet. She's just looking rough, I should say then. A little bit more blood comes from her mouth. And she screams out again.
Jeez.
Alright, is that it for your turn then?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. So next is the Storm, then Gerbil, then Juniper. Alright. Let the fun begin. Okay, not yet, that's fine. Okay, it's going to... Okay. Alright, that's fun. That's fun. Alright. So Gerbil, you see it kind of shift looking towards you.
Well, thank you.
Gerbil, Kazil, and Juniper make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh. Fun.
Oh, it was almost good. And I rolled to the side.
Kazil, also remember you have inspiration that you haven't used yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just
Thank
in
you.
case.
Ah! And, sorry, inspiration here is a reroll, or was it, I never use that.
It was the, I think D10 is what we've been doing. It's just the, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Juniper, what did you roll?
11.
Gerbil?
Dirty 20.
Okay. And Kazil.
I had an 11, but I used my inspiration. Now I have a 16.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. So, give me 1 second to roll damage here. Actually, it's wrong dice. 6.
Oh.
Okay. So that is 20 lightning damage. Actually, wait a minute. 24 for Juniper. You're the one that failed, correct?
Yes.
That's 24 lightning damage to you.
Okay.
And Gerbil and Kazil, you take half of that. So 12.
I'll have to roll a concentration save.
Yeah. Same. Good terrible. What's a concentration roll? I've never had to do one.
Con save.
Just
Yeah.
beat a 10. Yeah.
It's a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, that, yeah, should be good. Should be good. Dirty 20.
Okay, so you're able to keep
Nice.
concentration, Kazil?
Con save +1. Yeah, 11.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you're both able to keep your concentration on your stuff. But yeah, you see this, and just to describe what happened, you see this lightning kind of arc out and hit Gerbil first. Doesn't seem to quite hurt Gerbil as much, and Juniper, you kind of see it just kind of jump from Gerbil to Kazil and then to you, but you seem to feel the full effects of it, whereas the other two were able to kind of, you know, push some of it off. I'll say for flavor, Kazil, since he's trying so hard to protect Inga, kind of like makes a protective stance to try and do that, and it kind of bounces over to you. And then it just kind of whips back to the creature as soon as it came out. And let's see here. Okay. Also, for its second attack. Let's see, 6. that reach? Okay, so with this. Just of course. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my shiitake together. You see another arc of lightning reach out all the way back to Pixrin. And I believe that that's going to miss. Yes, definitely misses. So it just kind of barely misses her, hits the deck instead, and goes back to the creature. Gerbil, it is your turn, then Rhaenyra's, and then Juniper. Well, I guess Gerbil, Juniper, then Zavar. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna keep on doing what I've been doing, I guess. So, attack, sharpshooter. I can't imagine a 10 hits. So,
A 10 does not hit. No, I'm sorry.
okay. I'll do my second action. Sharp. Well, I started to say sharpshooter, and then I rolled it. 11. I'll be honest.
Okay, does not
I
hit.
was started to say sharpshooter. I hate to go around without doing anything, so go ahead and where is it? I have a thing. I'll use up one of my War Priest things, which you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. Now, as a fighter, it says attacks per action. This isn't an action. This is just one weapon attack. So.
Okay.
You know what? I'm a sucker for punishment. Sharpshooter. Ten again.
Oh,
That's
no.
fun.
Okay.
That
Anything
guy's
else,
going away.
Gerbil?
Nope. That
Okay.
was a lot.
Okay. So then it is Juniper's turn, then Zavar. You'll see Rhaenyra is still inside the cage, inside the creature. Kind of just swirling around. I would say probably by now. Let me roll. Yep, Rhaenyra looks unconscious.
Oh, poor baby. Okay, so we can shoot around the cage, though, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. He's fine.
Gerbil's tried. That's why Gerbil didn't hit anything.
That's
He was
exactly
watching
it.
out for Rhaenyra.
Mhm.
Exactly. Okay. Well, Junie's gonna dig her hooves in and cast fireball. Up and towards whatever face this creature has.
Okay.
And I'm not as let me think about this. We're in an ocean. It's a lightning creature. Fire. Yeah, okay, she's mad enough. And it's a dex saving throw. Half damage if it saves. That's all.
Oh, dex saving throw for the creature?
Yeah. 17.
It saves.
Okay, so half damage if it takes fire damage at all. Don't know. That's
Okay.
out of character.
How much damage?
Oh, let's see. Half. 15.
Alright, you do kind of tell that it doesn't seem to take the full amount of damage.
Okay.
But it does hit it a little bit. So that would be... Okay. Okay. You okay, Dan?
She just looks
Yeah,
up.
I just realized one of my lights was doing something.
Oh.
I'm curious.
It's flashing Morse code.
Anything else, Juniper?
No, she's just staring up at this insurmountable beast and watches her fireballs.
Rain
just-
pelting your face. There's
Yeah.
wind blowing up against you.
Rethinking her life decisions. Watching fireballs sizzle out.
Okay. All right. So it is Zavar's turn. Pixrin and then Tegan. Then back to the top of the round.
Muted.
I think you're
so-
muted.
Zavar, you're muted.
Let me fix that. I'm going to lower my head, and I'm going to, with a bonus action, cast Sanctuary
Okay.
on Gaziel.
Okay.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. And if you need any info, you probably got it on your own, but I can give it to you if you need it.
Do you need to know what Sanctuary does? Because he'll...
I'll just post it. I'll just copy it.
I
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Zavar.
So you see this, let me see. How does that, does it give any, how does that present itself, Zavar?
I, it doesn't tell me. Do you want me
You
to
can-
make up a description?
Flavor.
Yeah,
Flavor.
how does it
text.
look?
Flavor.
That's really cool.
Actually, I would say that it doesn't really look like anything. Like, you know, I'm kind of looking at it, focusing on it for a second, and just like, it happens. Just it happens.
Okay.
Aw.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe he feels a tingle, maybe he
You
doesn't.
feel very protected, Kazeel.
Oh, the warm embraces.
I was hoping you were gonna take a sweetener bottle and like.
Nice.
Yeah, you wait and see.
Is that someone
so
embracing
then
me?
let's-
Is that someone embracing me from behind?
Oh no.
With my regular action, I'll disengage
those
my
monk arms
Rizla
anywhere.
facade.
You're going to disengage in what, Zavar?
I'm going to disengage my Rizla facade.
Okay.
So it takes an action to change my
Okay.
appearance. So I've done that, and then I'd like to speak to the creature one more time.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, you piece of shit storm! You only look like a squall. Why don't you beat it and get the hell out of here? I've seen small hurricanes bigger than you. You're nothing. Go on, get out of here, you piece of shit.
You hear this sudden, like, crack of lightning that shakes the ship.
Like, I'm inspired.
Anything else for your turn, Zavar?
Nope,
Okay. All right.
his fist ain't reaching that thing, but my voice can.
Well, so we can't fist it then. Got it. Pixrin's
have you
turn,
tried?
and then Tegan.
Turn around.
So Pixrin's spiritual weapon's gonna try and hit it again. This big cake pop floating in the sky, beside of it getting all wet and probably disintegrating a bit if spiritual weapons disintegrate. But I'd like to imagine the kind of like sprinkles flying everywhere. Unfortunately, it does not hit. Yeah. So Pixrin is going to. Let's see here. She should be able to maybe do this. Or is that. Let's see here. All right. So you see Pixrin kind of raise her crossbow again. But it seems like it's infused with a little bit of magical energy. Six. Okay, but it just misses the creature, unfortunately. It just goes right past it. Let me see what her bonus actions are. She can do that. Faith. You know, I would think. I don't think that. Is that concentration? No. So, I think that she would do this. Juniper, suddenly you see this kind of shield appear in front of you, and this kind of barrier in between you and the creature. She casts Shield of Faith on you, so you get +2 to your AC.
Nice.
While she can keep the spell concentrated on. And you hear maybe her say something to you, but you can't really hear it through the wind and the rain and everything. But you'll look back and kind of see her. Just kind of. All right. That's for her turn. She'll stay where she's at. Tegan, it is yours, and then Kazeel.
All right, Tegan will take out his longbow, and since he's attacking while he was hidden, that's with advantage.
Okay.
Let's see.
Pew pew.
The 19 hit.
19 hits, yes.
All right. So we'll roll the arrow damage. 8 piercing. And then since he attacked with advantage, I'll roll the sneak attack damage, which is 3d6.
You don't feel like the piercing doesn't do quite as, the full damage, but...
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, 3d6 for the sneak attack. 2, 3. 10 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Which I guess is piercing as well.
Okay. Okay.
And bonus action hide.
All right. You head back behind the crates in the back of the boat. All right. So that brings us to Kazeel, but first.
Oh, the tentacle.
Oh, the tentacle. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So the tentacle, the only thing it can do is it's going to take another swipe.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of you see this just huge tentacle at the front of the ship, just like striking out the creature.
Natural 1.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What's the tentacle's name?
Slimy.
Oh, nice.
All right. So before your turn, Kazeel, this storm thing kind of, the sound gets louder as it almost roars at you, and you feel the ship kind of like waves kind of push back and forth against the ship. Everyone make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Okay.
Rain continues to pound down. You hear this another crack of lightning, this huge thunder roll. Tegan, what did you roll?
16.
Okay. And Gerbil?
18.
Okay. Zavar?
19.
Juniper?
12.
And Kazeel?
16.
Okay.
See how it is.
I rolled. So, unfortunately, as the ship kind of gets tossed back and forth with the waves, and you feel this kind of sudden gust of wind against you, as this thunder almost seems to kind of enter your brain. All the sound does. All of you are knocked to the ship's floor. Still conscious? Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone? Okay.
Yeah. So everyone loses your balance, and with a sudden, shake of the ship,
Okay.
you are basically knocked prone. All right. Kazeel, it is your turn, and then the storm, and then Gerbil.
All right.
It wasn't even its turn. That's just a thing that happened.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and stand back up
Mm-hmm.
off the deck, and turn back to Ingrid again, and just I imagine she's still looking really rough,
Yeah. Yeah, she's looking about the same. Yeah.
and give her like a sincere look. Hang in there, and I'll turn and face the lightning monster, and I will, not having drawn my swords, like just having my hands in the handles, I'm going to switch to Baynard's violin,
Okay.
and I'm going to begin in tempo with the furiousness of the storm, start playing mass suggestion,
Okay.
and try and suggest a course of action to this storm.
Okay.
It's a Hail Mary, but pick up the pace, and crescendo, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know why the save would be different for this. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be my save. Minus 16. I don't know why it's. Let me just read this in case it's not connected properly, because it's. Yeah, let me know if you would. So this used to show up in my spell list. So I had my spell DC, which is 18, but it don't. With some update, it doesn't do that, and now it has a save of 16. Like it's separate for me now. Whereas before it used to use my casting modifier.
Yeah, it would. It should
how
use
do
your
you-
casting, your spell casting
Okay.
modifier, Dan.
So it'd be a wisdom save. It has to meet or beat an 18. So try and cast mass suggestion.
Okay. All right.
Is it your spell or is it like attached to the violin?
It's attached to the violin.
That's probably why, because it's the violin. An object has its own.
It used to go
Spell
for
save.
me, like, cranking up this furious.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading through it.
It's okay. I'm building up the juicy part of the song anyway. Seeming somehow, with the power of magic anyway, the music is louder and louder, even over the sounds of the storm and the crashing ocean. It builds
So
and
what?
builds and builds.
Let's see here. Enchantment.
If it's immune to charmed effects, so we specifically say immunity charmed, then this won't take any hold. Outside of that, it's just
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, so Seal, I will say that you do this and you feel that like you feel that the storm, you feel that it hits, your music hits a crescendo, and you feel that it lands a bit with this huge, what you would, oh god, oh no, oh, oh no,
Oh,
that was me, I accidentally hit the middle button and just flipped it
boom.
all over the
Yeah.
place. So you see that it seems to land with this what you would probably assume with your training, with your studies as a storm is like an elemental of sorts. It seems to land with it, and it starts to turn. But as it gets about halfway, you see that another crash of thunder, and this lightning suddenly courses through it from the sky almost above it, and seems to have it start to turn back towards the ship. So it seems like it landed with the elemental, but it seems like something else is causing it to turn back towards the ship. And to not, the storm starts dying down, then it starts back up again. There seems to be some kind of conflict. It seems to it still stays within about 10 feet of the ship, but I will say that, because your command, what was it again?
I was waiting to see.
Oh,
if it
okay, I'm
was
sorry.
still-
I'm sorry. What did you, I'm sorry. I thought I remembered you saying something. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if it's not gonna work, I don't think it really matters. So I'll just,
Well,
ask it to.
okay. We still
leave
cast
it-
the spell,
disengage
though.
from ingot and
Okay.
just go
Okay.
into away. Looks like you were thinking.
So,
Disengage from ingot
okay.
and get out of here.
Okay.
Does this feel like the other high level spell that I had earlier, where it works, but then it doesn't?
It does, but this is, as I said, like, it's hitting the creature, and it seems to be affecting this elemental, but there's something else, and I would say with your magical ability, it seems like there's something else controlling it.
Okay.
I would say that you'd be able to tell that. Now, because you cast this, I am going to have it skip its next turn, since it is conflicted. And, wait a minute, let me just, Give me 1 second, because it is halfway working, so I want you to have a little bit of okay, yeah. So it's very distracted. So for the player's knowledge, it won't have its next 2 turns because of this. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just turn and, like, if I notice that, I'll be like, I'll pack the violin up, and whoever's close enough to hear me shout, I'll say, it's working, but it's not. There was some lightning from above it that seemed to force it back against us. Look above. Maybe there's something controlling it.
I would say, Gerbil, you would hear that. Zavar, Tegan, you wouldn't hear it probably. Zavar and Juniper, could you make perception checks for me really quick? Because, again, it's really loud.
We can do that prone.
Yes, go ahead and do that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So perception checks. What did you roll, Juniper?
20.
Okay. And Zavar.
Yeah, rolled a 20 for 21.
Okay. So both of you hear Kazil's words.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Yeah, so the rest of you would notice, because I'm sure you're looking up at this creature, that it seems to be suddenly very conflicted and tries to start turning away. The storm does die down a bit, but it's still not completely gone, and it almost seems like it's, almost like a strobe light of sort. Like it dies down, then it starts back up again, and then it just seems to be wavering. But the storm, this huge storm thing, does seem very distracted. All right. So is that it for your turn, Kazil?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
Thank
all right.
you.
All right. So it is it would be the storm's turn, but again, it seems very distracted. So it is Gerbil, then Juniper, then Zavar.
Gerbil will kind of like still aiming an arrow. He'll turn back like, so don't hit it. Kazil, just since Kazil's right behind him. So don't hit it.
I don't even think it'll do much. Something's controlling it. If we can hit what's doing that.
Gerbil
Follow the lightning up.
looks up. Now, the red eyes, is it just the 2 red eyes that we see on the thing? Or is there
No, it's 2
anything
red
else?
eyes that you see on the thing. Yeah.
Okay. And you said the lightning was coming from the eyes, right?
There's
Or-
lightning coming from the eyes, yes. Little lightning tendrils.
But there's nothing. Dribble's gonna frantically look to see if there's anything else he could see that he could shoot. Since
I mean, there are
Kazil's-
clouds above the creature, and there's lightning coming from those clouds, like as he's saying that, but that's it. But it does look like that there are a little bit lower clouds above the creature than the rest of the sky.
Okay, Dribble's gonna shoot at one of those clouds hovering above it. One of those lower clouds. See what happens. Not doing sharpshooter because I need all the hit I can get. Because I just tried to see if it does something.
Okay.
26.
With that high of roll, I would say that yeah, you aim pretty steady and true up to what's above this creature. It doesn't seem to make landing into anything. It just kind of
Just
arcs
goes through a cloud.
over. I'll say, with it being as distracted as it is, that I'll take like 5 hit points off of it because it'll probably like arc right down into the creature. So
Actually, I always forget I had this. There's like a small feature for, yeah, at 7th level, I learned a thing called curving shot, which when I make an attack roll with my arrow and miss, I can use the bonus action to re-roll the attack against a creature within 60 feet.
okay, well then make
So-
it make an attack, make another attack roll.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
That's
yeah.
handy.
The dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, so I'm just bringing it back.
Okay.
And then I rolled a 1 plus 5, 6 piercing damage and 2 radiant damage. 'Cause I still have divine favor.
I will say that when you do the radiant damage, the piercing damage I've told you before doesn't land all the way, but it does hurt it a bit. The radiant damage seems to do full damage. Seems to really nail into it. So,
D4 is gonna kill this thing.
you're D4 to death.
All right, and then with my, because I still get a second attack for my action. I mean, I've already hit it, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna hit the thing again. And if it attacks again, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do. I'm a bugbear. 17.
That hits.
Ooh. 13 piercing
Okay.
and 4 radiant.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would say, is that all you want to do for your turn, Gerb, or anything else?
That's all I can do because my bonus action was to do the curving thing.
Okay. I would say the rest of you would be able to tell that, like, this thing seems to be kind of dying. I mean, even though it is distracted and kind of, like, looks a little conflicted, the storm that's making up the creature seems to be a lot less intense. Alright, that brings us to Juniper, then Zavar, Pixra, and then Tegan.
Can Dribble kind of just shout, if you could do radiant, that might help.
Kazeel would have
Just throw
heard
that
that. Zavar and Juniper, make another perception check, please. Okay, and Zavar?
10.
Yeah. Zavar, you wouldn't have heard it, but Juniper, you did.
That doesn't. You got the wrong kind of magic here. Maybe anti-radiant. Let's see. Is it Junie's turn?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have a elemental gift as a bonus action. I can give myself a flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes. I can hover, so 30 feet up, I guess, is what
Okay.
that means. I want to get a better, I'd say look, but I just want to rise up a bit into the air.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything in that extra height. And, man behind a curtain, some body that's not Renarius, some kind of brain. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I can target, similar to what Gerbil was looking for when he shot up into the heights.
Okay.
If I can't see anything, then I'm gonna aim for the eyes. Ooh.
All right. So you float up, Juniper, and make a perception check for me, please.
13.
Okay. You kind of look around, Juniper, and you see that kind of cage kind of rattling around inside of it. It does seem to kind of like drop here and there, but it seems to kind of get back into the wind, just where it seems this thing has lost some of its strength. Looking around, you don't really see anything else. You see a weird kind of like, because you saw that red glow in the eyes. You would be able to see that like its head kind of glows red a little bit, like behind the eyes even. Seems to have a weird, eerie, like red glow to it. You don't see really anything above it other than those lower clouds as compared to the rest of the sky, and some lightning kind of arcing down.
And Gerbil already shot into those clouds, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is the cage around Renarius made out of energy, or was it like an actual metal?
There's a purple glow to it. With how it's moving and with the rain and everything, it's probably too difficult for you to tell what it's exactly made out of. But you do see like kind of an arcanic purple glow to it.
Okay. And how far is Renarius from me now?
You're floating up. Did you go up 30 feet directly from where you were standing?
Yeah.
So it'd be about 30 feet away from you.
30 feet. Okay. And I know it's a lot of questions, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
But Renarius looks unconscious, like the cage is holding him up.
Yeah. Seems to kind of be flopping around in there.
Poor thing.
Maybe like one of those like
Ragdoll animation.
I'm imagining like those videos of people on on roller coasters and stuff. They keep passing out and then
Pass out?
waking up and whoa, and then pass out again and then wake
God.
up and then pass out.
Oh, that's horrifying. Okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at the eyes, at the red, and just see if it responds and maybe chooses me as a target instead of anyone else.
What are you gonna do to the red eyes?
Eldritch Blast it in the
Okay.
face.
All right.
3 times.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. First attack. Yeah, really. An 11.
It does not hit.
Even though I have 3 blasts, I still gotta hit him. Okay. How about 24?
Ooh.
That hits.
Okay. And 15 damage. It's max at least.
Okay. What does it say? What type of damage this is? I've forgotten.
It's energy. Let's see. Yes, it is force damage.
Force damage. Okay. All right. And you said that was 15?
Yeah.
seems to completely hit him. Like, it doesn't
Ugh.
seem like any of it's blocked.
Okay, I've got one more attempt to hit it.
Okay.
Really? Nope. Another 11.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't
1
hit.
out of 3. It's all this wind. I can't perform like this.
I know.
Have fun flying, and I look great.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, she'll just stay where she is
Okay.
and think about all the things Zavar just swore at it. And
Yeah.
wow, you'd make a great sailor.
All right.
After this boat trip, I think we're all honorary sailors. Just saying.
Yeah.
you all get to do the sailing. Dooney's retiring once we hit sand.
Oh,
She's
so sad.
retiring.
She spent so long getting back to the ocean,
She's
and
done.
we ruined it for her.
Just done.
She's done. There
Um,
better be a portal out of here. Okay.
Hashtag the Forsaken. Things you love.
Wow.
So
Okay,
that
that's
brings
it.
us to Zavar, and then Pixtern, and then Tegan.
I leap to my feet, and I cast Lightning Cure, Lightning Lure.
Oh, I forgot. I guess I never said Gerbil got up.
Okay.
Got up.
Oops.
And I'm like, I guys just like, I got up. I was on the floor. Yeah, I leaped to my feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do the cool monk backflip, like.
Oh, for
basically,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
the thing. Yeah.
For sure.
So Lash of Lightning, I have to see it within 15 feet. Needs a strength saving throw, or it's pulled 10 feet in a straight line toward me, and then takes lightning damage.
I think it's more than 15 feet away from me now.
Is it? I thought it
Um,
was only...
Well, where are you at, Zavar? You're kind of in between two
I'm
squares.
at-
Pick a square.
I'm trying to be as close to the. I'm trying to be up here.
Now, okay. Well, we can't do that. You just can either choose between
well,
the
pick one for
left
me.
or the right square. Which one do you want? Right or
the-
left?
the left.
Okay. All right, friend.
Well,
Well, I
you
want
can
to
walk
be
up, though.
all the way up here.
You got half your movement too. Don't forget.
You do have half your movement.
No,
so you
actually,
can
I-
move.
Well, I
Oh.
leap to my feet, which only takes 5.
Oh!
It's a drunken thing.
Now,
Okay.
so are you moving
So
closer to it?
I didn't
Because
know that.
from where you're standing, you're like 20 feet away.
Then I would go. I leap to my feet, and then I go as close to the top.
Okay,
front
I would say
edge
that you
of
can
the back.
put like a Captain Morgan style 1 foot up on the front of the ship.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Throw in hand.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And now is that
Strength saving
then-
throw. That was a 14.
rats? Yeah, the save is a 13.
Okay.
Okay. Target must succeed 4. So I think nothing happens. I
Okay.
think.
To be fair, I don't think anything would have worked anyways.
I just tried to lasso the moon.
Thanks
The
for.
target must succeed on a strength
You want the
saving
moon,
throw or
Mary?
be pulled up to 10 feet.
Oh,
And
wow.
take-
Because it has a few immunities, and yeah,
Okay.
it is a lightning storm. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, I'm doing what I can.
Sure, I know.
He's drunk. I mean,
You're
he's
doing great.
perfectly-
That was
mean,
it,
it's
it,
what I
it
do.
was a great idea, and I give you props for it.
Like, hey, you piece of shit, come here. I'm gonna fight more.
You'll see Zavar just
I've got
drunkenly.
electricity in my fingers and a fist ready
Wow.
for you.
God.
You see Zavar
Get
just
over here.
drunkenly just stepping towards the front of the boat, and putting
I-
a foot up
I-
on the bow.
I just imagine, like, in Zavar's mind, he's doing, like, a whole, like, scorpion.
Oh, for
Get
sure.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
As much as possible. Oh, yeah.
I'm just watching down below. What is it? Wow. Wow.
Just-
Come here, you piece of shit.
Good job, buddy. You got this.
Get a little closer, you'll see what it feels like. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. that brings us to, let's see, Pixron and then Tegan. Pixron is going to, her spiritual weapon's going to try and attack. Does not hit. I'm going to try to do this, probably another one of these guys. Which, is a natural 20.
Nice.
For that,
Ooh,
which
yes.
inside a psychic creature. Oh wait, is this what I think it is? Oh no, okay. So you see this kind of light streak out from her arrow. Wow. Okay. So that's 19 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Oh, that's a bit more than a D4.
Just a bit.
Comparing arrows.
So this, yeah, a lot more of the power behind this storm has dissipated, but it is still standing. Okay. The cage is still staying within the storm a bit, but seems to be kind of lulling here and there. But you can definitely see Renerius in the cage a little bit better. Storm outside has died down a little bit around it. So that brings us to Tegan to
All right,
close
I
out
will-
our round and probably our night, but we'll see.
All right. I will get up. That leaves you with 30. Well, I have 35, so 17 feet of that. Can I get to the stairwell that leads to the hold with 17 feet of movement? Or, the next deck
It
down?
would take you about 10 feet to get to the stairwell to get down to the lower deck.
Because Tegan's going to just think to him, well, actually he's going to say out loud, someone is missing. And he's going to get to the stairwell and look, like poke his head below the stairwell and see what Igard is doing.
Igard's here. Igard's been on the ship this entire time.
I did
Top
not
deck.
know that. Oh, okay.
He's
So-
the backgammon piece.
I did not know that.
I can, I mean, you can undo that if you want to.
Oh,
So
okay. I
You
didn't
would
know.
have definitely have seen him.
Okay, he just hasn't been doing anything. Okay.
Right.
He's dead.
Alright, scratch that thought. Alright, Alright,
He
so
only
we'll
has
just...
eyes for Ingot now.
Alright, just then a straight longbow shot.
Okay.
And it's a normal because I had to get up, so... Yep, that misses. That's 10. Alright,
Yeah,
so now the
misses.
tentacle's going to take a swipe.
Okay.
Finally. 18 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that would hit.
Okay, it does 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. One.
You feel a
two.
little bit of resistance, but yeah, let me know the total.
9 plus 4 is 13.
Okay.
And it has to make I guess it's a strength save against being grappled.
Okay. That's like a 23.
I say it passes.
All
So
right.
it is not grappled.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Bonus action, hide.
Okay. So you hide back behind the boxes. All right.
That's
Jonathan.
oh good.
Okay. Anything for else for your turn? I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the round. So I asked everyone. I know in chat I just said a little bit ago that might close us out, but I asked everyone they're good to go for another round since we're a little bit close. We're rimming it, y'all. We're rimming it. So
Sorry, I had tabletop. Yes, I'm okay with one more round. Edging? Anyone?
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. I mean, we can rim this, but
I wasn't paying attention. What just happened?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So, we're back at the top of the round. Another shake in the ship from the waves. So everyone make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh.
Now try to remember this time who gets knocked down. All right, Tegan, what did you roll for your dexterity saving throw?
19.
Okay, Gerbil
17.
and Zavar.
15.
Okay, and Juniper
18.
and Kazeel.
24.
Wow, look at y'all.
We've been at
Okay.
sea for 2 days. We're getting used to it.
I'll say that
Good.
Pixton's able to stay on her feet. I forgot to roll for them last time, and so was Magdalene. But Igard does kind of like tumble and kind of have to catch himself on something. So top of the round, that's Kazeel, and then the Storm, and then Gerbil.
All right. As this thing's been affected, if like its storm is dying and it seems
Yeah.
to not be engaging with us,
Yeah.
does that also translate? I'm gonna like look over Inget and see if that's translating to Inget, like if she's in any lessened pain or any closer to returning to consciousness or anything.
She has stayed like barely conscious this entire time. The crystals have seemed to kind of dull in their glow a bit. So it seems like she's not glowing as brightly. Doesn't seem like she's not gritting her teeth and like screaming in pain at the moment. So she seems to maybe doing a little bit better.
Okay. Right, but we're gonna get through this and get. Hang in there. I think this thing's taking damage. I don't know how close it is to death, but hang tight. And I'll turn again, back to Ingot to protect. And knowing that this thing's being controlled by something else, not knowing this will work, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on it at 4th level.
Hmm.
Right on the elemental in case it has something controlling it.
Take a look here. Give me 1 second.
Base the control. But now I've realized we've all been attacking us, but it attacks us anyway.
yeah.
Make an ability check, Kazeel.
Which ability?
Well, I'm just reading Dispel Magic. It says for each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting
Oh,
modifier.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Now, because I cast it at 4th level, anything 4th level or lower will be automatic. But
You still need an
yeah, I
ability
reroll.
check.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. All right.
Big money no whammies. Big money
Yeah.
no whammies.
This is okay. What am I adding here? Just the ability. Make an ability check. Yep, straight ability check. Okay. All right, that's 13 plus. All right, 13 plus 6 is 19. So it would have to be even if it's a 9th level spell, that should cancel. Fingers crossed. If there's something on there, I'm just gonna feel for the magic as I cast this, and if there's anything there, I'm just gonna unweave the magic.
Okay. All right. So, Kazeel, you cast the spell. You see kind of the glow behind the eyes almost disappear behind the creature, as well as that kind of reddish glow in its head. Yeah, you wouldn't notice this because you're concentrating. The creature still seems a bit confused, as if it doesn't know which way that it needs to go. The storm does die down about 50% around you. You no longer hear those like swirling winds. The cage with the Rhaenyra in it drops. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the cage drops with Rhaenyra still inside into the ocean. It's still raining. The wind has mostly died down. And the storm seems to have settled. You even see a few breaks in the clouds.
I tried to. I'll yell as loud as I can this time.
The noise is only about 20% now, so you're fine.
Okay. On the wolves magic, I dispelled hopefully the control over this thing. So do what you have to do, but I don't even think it's under control of whomever. I don't even know if they can get control back, so be careful. But I'll rest after the difficult unreading of that magic.
There's still a bit of like lightning emanating from the creature, but it still seems very confused.
And that's it for me.
Okay.
Back to Ingot.
All right. As you turn back to Ingot,
I'll
Conceal.
give a wink to her.
You're what?
I'm gonna look back at my shoulder and just give her a wink.
You can tell that she looks very weak and very, she'll kind of acknowledge it, but the glow to her crystals is mostly gone. You do see kind of blood kind of, slipping from her mouth a bit from before. She just seems exhausted. Anything else for you, Conceal?
Nope, gonna keep that other spell up on her and
Okay.
keep an eye on this creature.
Okay. So that will bring us to the storm, which I said it missed its next 2 turns. This is the second one. So the gerbil.
I'm so sorry.
I know it's okay. Go ahead.
May I ask, because my suggestion spell lasts 24 hours, does it do anything like free of this? Does it now follow any of that, or does it have anything, or is it just standing there confused for its turn?
You told it to leave, right?
I said disengage with Ingot and leave us alone.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say that it still seems a bit confused just from what happened. But it doesn't seem like that it's not looking towards any of you like it's targeting you or anything.
Thank you. That's it. That's all.
All right, so that brings us to Gerbil, then Rhaenyra, then Juniper. And all of you probably, with all of the commotion, would have seen Rhaenyra's cage drop into the sea.
As soon as, the thing kind of like calms down and Kazeel says his stuff, Gerbil sees Rhaenyra fall to see Gerbil's gonna take a running leap, cast guidance on himself, and jump into the ocean and swim towards Rhaenyra.
Okay.
Which I can breathe in the water. We made sure of that. So, how far out is he?
He'd be about 10 feet. The creature was about 10 feet, so it dropped pretty much straight down. So,
What's my swimming speed? Is it just my movement, or is it less?
I think is it half, Dan?
Speed is halved in water unless you have
That's what I
a swim
thought.
speed.
Which I don't. I'm a bugbear.
Okay.
So, I got 10 feet of boat.
Dribble
And then-
depths.
Okay.
So, I can probably get. What's my movement? 30 feet. So, 5, 10. Okay. So, I could probably go another 10 feet. So, I'm
Now,
like,
I
whoa!
will say that he's probably about so 10 feet out from the ship, but
Yeah.
probably. I mean, the way that things, you're probably about 10 feet behind him. I would say you're not too far, just because of
Yeah.
how quickly rounds happen. But
Yeah. Okay,
by the
so
time
I'll
that
say
you
I'm
would have
10.
ran over there, sorry, go ahead.
We'll say I'm 10 feet out. Then I
Okay.
can't really, because he dribble gets yeeted when I get close to the thing. So,
Oh, okay. Here, too much stuff on my desk. Let me move the creature. Oh no! Come back.
baby, come back.
All right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Renee's is over there. Now, why'd I pick up Renee's? There it is.
Yeah.
There. That's good enough. I'll let you do it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So you're swimming after him.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Not
So
letting our wizard die this way.
you're keeping it about 5 to 10 distance. As far as you can tell, the ocean itself, you're kind of seeing this kind of weird green glow as you swim deeper down. You can see kind of a red glow kind of off to your side from one of those weird cracks in the bottom of the water. It's not that deep. You see the bottom. It's a little misty, a little murky, but you see the bottom probably within about 50 feet, probably.
It's not that deep. Only 50 feet. That's deep.
Look.
Have you ever seen 50 feet of water?
Have you ever seen how deep an ocean is, usually?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see underneath.
Mm.
I've never.
So you're staying behind him. You're not doing anything to, like, make your swimming speed faster, right?
I don't think I have anything. I
Okay.
cast guidance in case I had to do ability check. that's all I
Okay.
got.
Well, you're able to breathe underwater. Just because of the spells that have been cast. Because I'm pretty sure that Renerius cast water breathing
Oh,
the
yeah.
night before.
And then,
And the
Junie,
Juniper spell, so double
I
your
can
water
super
breathing,
breathe.
double your fun. All right.
Breathe it and enjoy it.
Anything else as you're swimming after the cage?
okay, so the cage is still active.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah, the cage is still around him. Yeah.
Oh. That's gonna be fun. Don't worry about that later.
Yeah. As far as I can tell. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And was the cage arcane?
It
You
does
said it
have
was,
a
like,
very kind
purpley
of
arcane?
purplish arcane glow to it, but it does, as you're swimming after it and you're within 10 feet of it, it does look like a metal cage.
Okay, but is it pulling him down like a metal cage, or is it just kind of like
It's-
around him?
It's around him, but I mean it's sinking like a metal cage.
Okay, because I knew Renarius would sink as his body, but so like it's like a shark cage just dropping down.
Yeah.
Great, lovely.
Mhm.
It's okay. We can breathe. We can breathe.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. That's my movement and
Okay.
my bonus action. Oh wait, can I dash underwater?
You can, but
So-
did you use
Uses
your
your
action
Mhm.
already?
No, I use my bonus action to do guidance.
Okay.
Guidance
Yeah.
is bonus action.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Guidance is an action. Never mind.
Okay.
I lie.
All right.
I lie like dog.
Cool beans. Anything else, Dribble?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's see how Kid's doing. Renarius seems, as you're swimming after him, Dribble seems to come back to consciousness, and seems to be slightly panicking. Maybe more than slightly.
I wonder why.
So Juniper, it is your turn, then Zavar, then Pixter, and then Tegan, and then we'll call it for tonight.
Well, Junie's a bit high up to have gotten the message to not harm it. And she doesn't like this
that's
thing
right.
at all.
Yeah,
At all.
sure.
But she's a little low on spells, so she's just gonna Eldritch Blast it in the face again.
Great.
In the slightly less red eyes, and probably re-piss it off. So we'll go 1. Really? 14?
14 does not hit.
Okay. 19?
19 does hit.
Okay. For 11 damage.
11 damage, and that is full damage.
Yay.
Looking pretty rough.
Come on. Yeah, yay. Okay. And a 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Really? Okay, 6 damage.
Yep, looking pretty rough.
Okay.
And it does start to kind of turn towards you, Juniper.
Sorry, I can't hear you, Kazeel. She's just floating there. You already took one ship from me. You're gonna. Oh, I'm not gonna let you take this one too. And she's yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I can't swear at you as well as others.
All right. So that brings us to Zavar, then Pixrin, and Tegan.
So, I've seen some weird stuff happen in the storm's died down.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be maybe not as whatever. I'll break out the voice again. Hey, Stormy! I think perhaps maybe you are free. You can blow yourself that way now. Go away before you are controlled again. Go free, my friend. I'm so sorry for all the mean things I yelled at you. I apologize. Go, be free.
Make a perception check. I mean, not perception check, a persuasion check, Zavar. With advantage, since this thing is very confused and...
With advantage, okay, let's see. Since the first roll is a 9, let's see what the second one is. Yeah, I'll stick with the first one. 25.
Wait, you rolled a 9, you got a 25?
No, I rolled a 19 the first
Oh, a
time.
19. I just heard 9,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh yeah.
wait.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Why isn't Zavar
So I'm
talking
like-
to everyone?
Yeah, so I got a 25.
Okay, alright.
Nice.
Just make sure. Wait a minute. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah. This storm thing kind of turns towards you, Zavar. You know, because it had turned towards Juniper after it attacked her. You know, after she attacked it, and just kind of looks over. You can see its eyes that are not glowing anymore. Kind of look over at you, but you see these kind of two hollows for eyes, and it will. The storm will completely die down to just a light rain. and it will turn and start moving out to the ocean, slowly dissipating down and merging with the water. Some like swirling clouds following it out as it goes away.
Fine. Fine, you leave.
I sent it away.
And y'all are officially out of combat.
Ugh.
All right.
Wow.
Tegan will command his enormous tentacle.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will, baby.
I've seen it. It's enormous.
Actually, this tentacle has a swim speed of 30 feet,
Okay.
and he has a reach of 35, so he's just going to swim down, grab Rhaenyra, and bring him back up to the deck of the ship.
Okay. Can it carry
Nice.
weight?
Let's see what its strength is.
Gerbil will kind of like
Does
direct it like it's a crane.
Does it have a strength score?
Yes, it does.
Would you-
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
19's a strength score.
Yep.
Could you just, for funsies, make a strength check for me, please?
Sure. Why the hell
With
not?
advantage, since it's
With
a
it, right?
tentacle
With
and
+4
it's-
for him, right? Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Gerbil
okay.
helping. Gerbil better
You
be
rolled a
helping.
19, +4 is 23.
Okay. So Gerbil, as you're like swimming after this cage, you
You just see this
you
big
see
tentacle.
a tentacle kind of reach down and just grab it and start to pull it up to the surface.
Not what I was expecting.
Gerbil will grab onto the cage for the ride up to.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
She's not going to
Gerbil,
let this heroic moment be taken away from
Gerbil
herself.
comes up with the cage
Sorry.
and the tentacle will set them onto the deck. Gerbil is soaking wet, and
Gerbil's just kind of telling like Rhaenyra just breathe in, breathe out. You got water, breathe in. You're fine. You're fine.
thank you. Just kind of like coughing out water.
You're never going to convince him that casting water breathing isn't absolutely necessary.
No, it's
For the rest of
permanent.
his life.
It is permanent.
It's literally
Yep.
just saved his
We'll
life.
be in the middle of the hot wilds of the altar, and he'll be casting water.
Every
Mm.
single
You
time.
never know. And he'll be,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop that spell and just try and scoop up and get,
Okay.
do like a Princess Carrie back down to
Okay.
the food area to get her set back up and fill his blankets. And...
Okay.
We could use another dispel magic on the cage.
Right, and with one hand I'll throw my, I think my last spell slot at that level for the dispel magic.
The dispel magic does not work.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, that was great. It just didn't work.
Oh, the locksmith.
Does the cage have a door?
The case is just chain on it and a lock on it. You don't really see a door, no. No, it looks pretty continuous.
Well, since why not?
What's the chain doing?
Can
Just for funsies, Dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, is there a
Uh,
secret? Is this a puzzle?
It's connected to Rhaenyra's.
I mean, does it other than it be, like having materialized magically?
It's
Can
my-
like since dispel magic, I don't know. Gerbil's just gonna try to like get a bow arrow and like shoot the lock off.
Oh God, that sounds like a good way to start next session.
Make a dexterity check, Gerbil.
Oh no, Gerbil! Oh God, I'm gonna just drop out of the sky
Dexterity.
and land on him.
Dexterity check. I still have guidance up.
Nice.
Fine.
Yeah, don't miss.
Ooh.
Don't
Ooh.
hit.
What is that? What is that? Let me get my glasses on. Is it a natural 20? No, it's a 4. That's lovely.
No.
4 plus 3 is 7 plus guidance
'Cause your
is
bow's
another
all
3.
wet.
10.
Shouldn't
Dexterity.
wear a shirt while trying to do these things. I'm telling
Yeah,
It's true.
Gerbil, you fired the
Gerbil's never
arrow.
worn a
Is this a magical arrow? Or is this an actual arrow?
Because I'm an arcane archer, every time I shoot an arrow, whether it's magical or not, turns magical.
Okay, but it is a physical arrow.
It's a physical
Right.
arrow, but it's magical.
So
You do
it
magic.
you miss the lock, And it goes to the cage, barely missing Renerius.
Why would that not have been like an attack to hit? Why was that the dexterity?
You're like ringing. I'm like,
Why,
You need fan art
I
of
have,
that.
I have a plus 11
Yeah.
to hit.
Okay,
But
fine.
you make me do a dexterity.
You think that you should hit the lock, but it goes right through it.
And I wouldn't have,
I'll
I
have
would
the,
have angled it so like Renarius wasn't in the line of fire.
Sure.
Still terrifying.
I'll have the tentacle try to tear the lock off.
Oh, nice.
He just meets the cage.
The tentacle tries to grab the lock, and it
Can't get a grasp.
can't. Yeah.
Oh. Can the tentacle just rip the bloody cage open? Look at that beast.
Leverage.
I'll hear that, and well, there's no. I mean, dear God, there's. The problem is, the tentacle's going to need something as strong as the tentacle to hold the cage, so he could rip it open. Otherwise, he would could try to crush it, but that would be rather dangerous.
Can it wrap around and then just like peel the top open like a can of tuna?
Are you still carrying
Or
Ingot?
salmon. I'm sorry, it's salmon. It's yeah.
Are you still carrying Ingot? Talk about salmon.
Yes, he is still like princess carrying Ingot.
Oh yeah.
Wait a second, let me check to see what the tentacle's intelligence is. Bad.
I could try to punch
Ah! The tentacle's intelligence, by the way, is a 1.
Oh,
Wow.
So
That's
he'll
rough.
grab
what
it
you
and
tell him.
just shake the cage up and down. No.
Nice.
The ship starts breaking apart.
Oh God.
No, I think that's the extent of the tentacles build.
Okay. Oh God.
Who's got the magic bolt covers?
Wait, doesn't someone have a lock pick or something?
There's.
I could try to pick the lock.
I don't even think it's real.
This is.
I mean,
I
we've
think
only
just the
tried.
cages.
Let me see if I can get a
But we've only tried
grasp of the
magical
lock. Can I grasp
things.
the lock? Can I even hold it in my hand?
No.
Nope.
Wait, so
So
how
it's
did
ethereal.
Gerbil?
basically.
How did Gerbil hang on? I was
hung
thinking
on to the
grab the
cage.
cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but the lock.
The cage is real.
The cage is real, but the lock's
I'm just downstairs. I think I have a crowbar and some other things in my pack. If you want to take a look at that, if the tentacle can't just, well, I can't do that. Like I'm holding it on the other side, like that.
Just like that.
Yeah,
I'll
Ingot's
be
looking
downstairs.
pretty rough and looks pretty
Yeah.
just like almost sleeping now. Just
Hexrin, can you just come with me just for something, if you don't mind? If you don't mind, please.
sure, I can do that.
Right.
She'll follow you downstairs.
I'm gonna ask her to heal.
I'll say as the two of you carry Ingot downstairs, and the rest of you are kind of locked in this conundrum of this cage around Manerius, and Manerius is like, it's okay. This is my home now. And
Oh God.
as the rest of you are trying to figure this out, you hear something hit the deck of the ship. Like it is a small pouch.
I'll
all
grab
right,
it
I'll
if
go.
no one gets to it first.
All right, go ahead, Savar.
Okay, Savar, you get it. Do you open it up? I'm sorry, Kazeel?
I'm going downstairs. I'll be out of everyone's hair, I swear. I just wanted to ask Renarius if he has that spell. I feel like he's used Misty Step. And I'm just gonna be like,
I was looking at
maybe
his.
just bounce out of there.
I was looking at
Can't
his
you do
stuff,
that?
and I don't. It's not in his spell
No? Okay.
list.
Look at him.
someone else
Sorry,
did Misty
zip
Step.
downstairs.
Yeah.
He heals out of sight.
It would be the biggest overuse of teleport if he has teleport.
Yeah, Junie can go in
Teleport
and
10 feet.
teleport. She can Misty step in and teleport a willing creature out
Oh,
if
nice.
needed to.
So, Zavar, do you open the bag?
I want to at least look at it first. Is it
It's
just
just a
is
red
it an envelope?
velvet
It's a
pouch.
Oh God.
Oh, so it's like the ones we
Oh.
all have.
Little love letter.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
I will
Stand up
carefully open the bag
Okay.
and look inside.
Inside is a gold charm. That is about 2 inches in diameter. And is the symbol of the library that you probably recognize by now.
I'll actually grab it. It's like, oh look, big surprise, everybody.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Nice.
Thank y'all for going a little bit longer.
Of course.
Got rid of the storm thing. So congratulations, you
Way to
Yeah,
go,
that was
Squire.
accomplished a
That was a
bit.
very
Talking it
creative.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the storm swells and everything,
Yeah.
the deck saves, I really love that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that is our session for this evening. Thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much, players. Y'all are the absolute best.
Thank you.
And yeah, that was episode 102 of The Forsaken. Tune in next week to see if we can get Rhaenyra's Alpha's cage. But I will throw up our schedule really quick. We have a lot of content here on Madbird Streams. So this is, of course, The Forsaken. We don't have anything tomorrow, but Wednesday we have a new show starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time called The Penumbra Assembly, which is a D&D 5e program that we are rebooting. We have some returning players. We have some new players. Super excited for that. That'll be this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so tune in and see the excitement. Thursday, we will be having... are we still having Drawing Dan on Thursday, Dan?
Yeah, we
Okay.
will. Yep.
So Drawing Dan at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Paint by Minis at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday we have Met Art with Stuff. Saturday we have at least one D&D campaign in Extremis. Tower Dreams is on a short hiatus, but might be back this Saturday, I'm not sure. And Sunday, of course, we have Learning Blender, Mad Games at Dusk, and the Obsidian Scar at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank y'all again. We also have a Patreon. We also have a Discord. We also have a fundraiser going currently that I didn't renew the thing for when I had to renew my OBS stuff. So I don't have our little bar up anymore. But the community demanded that I get a Mothman tattoo. And a Mothman tattoo I'm getting. So we're raising funds to make it a whole community thing. So you can...
Blame it on the community.
if someone wants to throw like an exclamation point donate into the chat, they can donate through PayPal and make that happen. All right, Dan, do we have anyone that we're reading over to, or are we just closing out?
I was scrambling with lights. Probably close out tonight.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you again. We'll catch you next time, and we'll see you hopefully in the Discord. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hey.